Hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday, where I'm your host, Dane Hennon, and to my left, Anthony Fisher.
Thanks, Dane. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. And to my right, Delaney Bray-Gwynn, joining us for the first time on the panel for real.
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm super excited to be here.
That's
nice.
awesome.
So most people haven't met Sydney's younger sister.
Oh, yes. That's my other nickname. Yeah.
Yeah, right? So, I mean, what's it like having Sid as an older sister? You know, is she tough on you? Do you guys get along?
So it's awesome. We have two closets, basically. I'm actually wearing her shoes right now. I know you guys can't see, but this whole outfit is really hers. So that is a huge perk for me.
Wow.
You can never have too many clothes. So
They call it the sisterhood of the traveling pants. You ever seen that movie, Delaney?
No, I haven't, actually. I don't know anything about that.
Me either. So I just know
perfect.
that
That's our
it's
generation,
something
man.
about pants and some traveling, and I'm not really sure some type of thing about sisterhood.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, Delaney is Sydney's daughter, and Delaney is a close to full-time detailer, really. I mean, you're pretty much full-time, right?
Yeah, like three days on average a week. But that's with school too. But then, when you have breaks in summer, definitely 5 days a week detailing. So
you're running the things for your mom when your mom is here, usually, or when she's out doing other things. And so your day-to-day is filled with detailing, which is awesome. Now, we also have another detailer here who also enjoys some detailing on occasion, usually something about like full sending cars. I'm not really sure what happened, but Mr. Lucas Blaine in the wash bay.
Yeah. I don't full send cars, but I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
You got the wrong guy for the job. Just kidding. No, Lucas is absolutely the right guy for the job because this is my car. I got it very, very dirty over the last month and a half.
It's dirty. You guys can't see it from this angle, but I promise it's freaking filthy.
It is. I didn't want to bring in a clean car. People complain all the time that we clean cars. Now, that's never true. They are rarely clean. If they look clean on camera, that doesn't mean they're actually clean.
Dirty.
I promise you. But Lucas, thank you for doing the little walk around and point, because there's definitely stuff to see there. But as far as bringing this car in, I thought it'd be relevant because actually we released a video earlier this week that had your mom in it. She was showing how to do a wash clay seal on this one, but it was a rinseless wash clay seal, which was kind of a fun change up on things. But anyway, this does have Bead Maker on it. However, it's been driven to the north a number of times, and it's caked with all kinds of stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Lucas does. I told him you have free reign to do whatever you want.
Nice. Yeah,
Speaking of which, Lucas, what do you plan to do to it?
We're going to wet sand the whole thing and polish it. No, I'm just kidding. Wheels and tires, of course, the usual stuff. Good old maintenance wash, a little bit of decon work. I don't think it's going to need clayed, but we'll see after we contact wash it. I think we're going to polish up the glass, do some glass coating, and then I think I'm going to walk around and just figure something out. We'll find something to do.
Nice. Sounds good. Okay, awesome. Anthony, now you are champing at the bit here. You want to talk about a little something going on the website, don't you?
Dane, how did you read my mind?
It's funny.
Crazy.
I haven't been here for a minute behind the mic, but I just know these things.
And we're going to cover that here in just a minute, where Dane's been and how he managed to escape. But in the meantime, we're actually going to head to the radcompany.com right now, because we're going to be highlighting the Detailing Kickoff sale, 20% off almost everything. Ending on March 5th at midnight. There's no code needed to jump in on the sale and be able to bask in the ambiance of everything. It puts the lotion on the skin, Dane. Or it gets the sale again. In this case, 20% off right now. So what's crazy, too, is that we have some doorbusters, which is cool. So if you head there, you're going to be able to see that we have some applicator sponges and towel combos right now on sale. Killer freaking deal. We also have the Color Burst in denim along with a Detail Factory Varsity brush bundle. Now, this is a limited edition color. It's really, really cool. We call it the Varsity because it kind of reminds us like kind of Stanford, varsity colors theming. It's like a red and gray set. So if you enjoy red things and have some gray in your shop or in your home, this will like blend perfectly. And you're getting the entire combo, right? The whole bundle is like $43.
Nice.
That's insane. That's
45.
like that's 45. My eyes. $45. I'm sorry. I know.
I knew I had to correct you there, or else
don't-
somebody is going to get
Don't
very mad.
crucify
in the
me.
comments.
So no, just a killer deal there. And then we also have some other type of microfiber bundles available on the site for $40. So you're getting a ton of bang for the buck here with the doorbusters. But again, if you're wanting to save 20% off on the rest of everything, then obviously you're covered. So we can scroll down a little bit here, Glenn. You're going to see some of the most popular towels, right? You're going to be able to see the 1500 at 20% off, the Gauntlet 20% off, all of that, then your chemicals as well. And this covers KCX, ADS, PNS, all of the good stuff. So if there's something you've been wanting to try, it's 20% off. And again, if you hit that free shipping threshold, then life's good. You're groovy. You know,
yeah.
you're going to be out there detailing. Delaney.
Yeah.
Delaney.
That works.
Laney.
There we go.
If you had to pick a couple items,
Yeah.
Delaney's picks. I like that. We should
Okay,
probably
that's
have
fun.
have like a
Yeah.
fun thing, right?
Totally.
Delaney's picks. Pick 5 products that you 100% love that you could probably pick up right now at therightcompany.com.
Well, I was loving that brush set. I
Okay.
use all of those in every detail I use for, wheels, and then kind of multi-use with the brushes on the interior and the wheels. So definitely that'll count as one.
Okay.
And then any of the drying towels, of course.
Okay.
Not going to use anything else. That's important. And then let's see, armor.
Okay.
It's always
Big fan
good.
of armor.
What are your armor products you're picking?
The wheel cleaner.
Okay.
Just the wheel cleaner. It's my
Okay.
favorite. And then let's think. We just need some regular towels.
Yeah. What do you like to use? Creatures, 365s.
I'm gonna go with the
Pearls?
365s. Those are just a good,
All purpose.
yes, all purpose. And
Nice.
I just like to grab any one of those. Don't really have to worry about what it's gonna do. Can count on it. And then we're just gonna end with Express.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
I
Taking
think
it home.
I could do a detail. I can make some good progress with all those.
No, I think you
Heck
can.
yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm just going to tell people, I could pick 100 different things on the website. Get yourself the freaking mitt on a stick.
Oh yeah.
Get it.
Yep.
Buy it. It's 20% off. There's no better time to do that. If you're watching this right now and you're like, oh, man, Anthony just made a good point with the mitt on a stick, and it is 20% off. This is your sign. You're
Right.
going to go and do it. You're going to buy it. And I promise you, you will never regret that purchase ever in your entire life. It will get used, and it's just incredible. So check it out. Now, Dane,
Yes.
you've been gone for quite some
I
time, and we've had
have.
a lot of viewers
Yeah.
wonder where you've been.
Well, I was clearing my throat specifically so Detailing Vibes 2006 could hear me do that. Apparently,
Okay.
they've been not such a fan of that. Sorry about that,
Oh.
buddy. Anyway,
Oh.
moving apart from that, though, yes, I did have my feet and legs horribly mangled
Oh,
by
Kathy
one
Bates?
Kathy Bates. Just,
man.
I'm just there trying to write a book at my house, and next thing I know, I'm your biggest fan, and I have broken legs and feet now. So that's cool. Yeah.
But she did
Bad way to go.
feed you, right? As long as you didn't try to escape.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I had to feed myself. But I did escape. So, realistically, doing some, deck work, right? I had a
Right.
deck up there on my house. It was cool. It, wrapped around. But everyone who ever came over to visit my house was like, hey, this thing's kind of creaky and
shoot.
kind of feels a little spooky when I walk on it. Should it sway that much? It wasn't, swaying. But you ask, Alex or Joey, they'd be like, it
Shoot.
scooched
Yeah.
a little bit,
heck?
made them nervous. So we're just hitting the reset button, and in the process, I am getting rid of all the little vertical parts that supports for the deck
Yeah.
out of my driveway because
Oh,
it made it
shoot.
impossible to move a car around up there
Yeah.
without doing a 50-point turn if you wanted to turn around and you had something bigger than a Corolla.
Mm-hmm.
So this way, it just made things a little bit easier.
Nice.
So
That's
I
awesome.
think anybody who's at least kind of into cars or even not into cars, you can understand just wanting a better drivable
Oh, totally.
space.
Yeah, that's super important.
When it's there, it's just hidden behind a whole bunch of objects that you
Yeah.
would otherwise hit, and you certainly don't want other people hitting them.
Oh,
So,
definitely not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to solve that problem.
I think that's awesome. I'm really excited for that.
So
So,
it's still going on. It's going
Right.
to be going on for
Okay.
another week and a half or so. But
yeah.
anyway, that
Yeah.
is what's
and
happening.
Delaney, just to kind of catch you up. So what we were joking around,
Which is very
there's a
confused.
movie. There's a movie called. It's taking a book called Misery, where
Stephen King.
Stephen King wrote it, and basically there's a woman named Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates, what's a modern show Kathy Bates is in?
Kathy Bates was she in Boston Law? What was that?
What's something that she would know? I'm not really sure. So
you'd recognize her.
Yeah,
from
you would
some
recognize her.
Guaranteed.
But
like,
basically,
she's a famous character actor.
Okay.
Yeah, basically there's a writer, and she essentially takes care of him after
the character's
breaking
name
his
isn't
legs.
Kathy Bates. That's the actress's name.
Yeah, the actress's name is Kathy Bates. But anyways, so she, long story short, I know you don't know what we're talking about. People do. I do recommend watching the movie. Do you watch movies nowadays?
Sometimes, not a whole lot. So movie references may not be my thing.
More just like swipe to the next thing kind of deal.
Yeah, YouTube,
Gen Z is just it's just movies
are
man.
It's different.
Dying
totally
thing makes me sad.
Anyways,
Anyways,
we are a detailing show. Sometimes people want to ask a detailing question, get a detailing answer. We got you guys here for it. Let's bring it on. That is not the first question. That is from last week. So I'll make sure and get us started right with none other than one who shall remain nameless, whose comment I am sending right now, but is not appearing up there. So I'm doing what I can. However, that will just have to wait a moment. What are we going to call one who shall remain nameless?
Delaney, what's a good name you like?
A fun name you can throw to this guy.
A boy's name, ideally.
That's a good idea. Let's go with Joe.
I'm just going to call him Joe.
Like that.
All right, we're calling him Joe. And it's appearing now. Here we go. So, Delaney, I want you the honor of reading the first comment today.
All right. Let's start off. Happy Friday, Junior TRC family, from the sunny, snow-packed tip of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. That's super cool. It's been a crazy week with this blizzard. I'll have about 52 hours worked by the end of my shift today. Wow, that is crazy.
That's nuts.
All right. So thank you, Joe, for that. And also, Joe follows up to say, I'll be listening in on my 2-hour drive home as long as work doesn't bother me.
Awesome.
Who wants that? Work getting in the way of a good, relaxing time.
Yeah, but glad you can make it.
Yes, thank you, Joe. All right, Dan Pfeiffer, I'm throwing this one to Anthony.
Good afternoon. Word up from Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday, TRC. Hope everyone is doing great. How many cars does Dane currently own, and why is it too many for one bro?
I don't think you can have too many cars, honestly. I'm going to save you on this one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I thought I was doing pretty well because I kept it at 2 for a very respectable amount of time at this point. There was a point where I hit 6 or 7, haha Carson, but truly I did reach that point and I was like, all right, this is too many. I got a clean house. But yeah, no, I've tried to keep it at 2 because I want the vehicle that's the utilitarian, can haul the dogs, kind of whatever vehicle, but still be fun. So a Flex with an EcoBoost is a lot faster than a normal family hauler. So it's kind of fun. It makes turbo noises.
Yeah, it's fun.
But then I've got the Miata because there's really no other experience like it in a newer car. So having that super lightweight, everything is heavy now. But I get it. You guys are Mopar people. You love your muscle.
Yeah.
And I have my Jags, which V8 supercharged.
Yeah.
They sounded amazing. I do miss them. But at the same time, Miata makes me happy having a manual.
Yeah,
I miss having a manual.
Totally. The Miata is awesome. I've seen you drive it a few times.
Oh, you've got
it looks so fun. Yeah.
Appreciate it. No, that's cool.
Cartwright.
And so thank you for looking out. But I promise I'm doing all right on that front.
Too funny, Dan.
Anyway, moving along here. We got Dan's Diamond Detailing. Another Dan popping in saying, this will be fun.
I hope.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, we've got Ron a Yacht here saying, good afternoon, TRC family. Same to you, Ron. And then I've got one from Eric here, Delaney. Go ahead and take it away with Eric here.
All right. Good day, TRC team. My question for today, with spray protection like Amplify on top of ceramic coating, how do I know when topper is worn off to avoid over applying if the ceramic is also still beating well? That's a good question.
All right. Anthony, I feel you're mulling over here. What do you think?
With spray protection like Amplify on top of ceramic coating, how do I know when the topper is worn off to avoid over applying? So the biggest tale of over applying anything as a topper is smearing and streaking.
Right.
Once you've reached that point where the product is smearing or streaking, no matter what, whether it's apply it as a drying aid or apply as a standalone, you've overfilled that paint, right? It has too much on top of it, and there's nowhere for that product to go. That is the point at which it's too much. Now, if the coating is beading well, I mean, the coating should always continue to be well while it exists. Toppers can also affect hydrophobic behavior, for better or for worse, depending on it as well. And so, generally speaking, a topper is something that, it's not always going to be applied. But if it's a drying aid, like you're throwing some paint gloss, spritz of paint gloss here and there as a drying aid, then that's really never going to build up too much.
Yeah.
It's only when I find that it's mostly ceramic products, right, that tend to build and build and build to the point of streakiness. I very rarely see anything like that with like a wax-based detailer like a paint gloss.
Okay. Then I've got Bucky here, making sure to point out DBG in the house.
Hey, Alex.
So much love to Delaney here. Then we've got David Boyce with a signature out of left field comment. Anthony, what's he saying?
Is it true that I heard Dane bought a llama?
Is this true?
I do not have a llama, although I have joked about getting goats at some point to eat the grass all over my big hill. Because that would actually be pretty handy.
Totally,
If somebody owns some goats and they want to bring them over temporarily to just munch for an afternoon,
I
I'm all
feel
for
like
it.
with your luck, Dane, you would
They get
acquire
loose.
some goats. No, here's what would
I'd
happen.
get some.
You would acquire some goats, or whether or not somebody dropped them off, and I feel like they would probably start procreating and breeding in your backyard, right?
Yeah.
I feel like your goats would turn from 2 to 3 goats into roughly 15 to 16 goats in no time,
I would just become the goat guy.
and then you'd be.
That's not a bad thing.
And I would call you that around here and around the office.
I have to make a YouTube channel just with a live feed of my yard of the goats out there.
Is
They
that
all got
a-
names and a Patreon where you can name. Wow, it's almost like I thought of this. No, I haven't. I swear.
You could support their goat, they pick their goat,
Yeah,
and
they,
then
name
then you feed the goat whatever, the Patreon,
wow.
they bought them a delicious something, right, like a big old thing of alfalfa, and you stream the alfalfa eating for those people.
Yeah, no, that's special. It's members only content. It's you get to feed the goats virtually.
Wow.
Really getting somewhere
Pretty-
with this.
pretty
It's a
cool.
good idea. Yeah.
You have thought about this.
Well, it's because I saw that marble racing channel with that
Yeah.
guy who has the marbles, and he gets supporters to name the marbles, and then
Yeah.
they sponsor the marbles. And I'm like, that's genius. That's a really clever concept.
Yeah,
But
so just
anyway,
do it with goats.
I would sponsor a goat, Dane.
All right, Mac
Yeah.
Bergson with a let's go. Let's
Let's
goat. Okay, that was for Gabe because we hadn't made any dad jokes yet. We've got Dave Smith popping in with a hello from cold Northeast Indiana. Well, Dave, stay warm out there, buddy. And then I've got Jeff Brown Carpet Care saying howdy. Wonderful to see you there. And then the man with the dragon tattoo himself, Delaney. What's he saying?
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Stroop Waffle Show.
Yep.
Anybody
Yay.
bring their stroopwafel today? Or is it
Today.
just Hans?
So believe it or not, I have not had a stroop waffle in years.
It's been a while, but
It's
they're
been
good.
at least 2
Yeah.
years since I last had one. I feel really bad. I love them. They're
Yeah, they're
delicious.
good.
You put them over coffee, let them
Yeah.
warm up a little. Oh,
No, I
so
just
good.
like.
I have to get some of
I like
those.
them cold.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like when they're actually cold, in
You
the
like crunchy, cold
refrigerator.
ones?
No, like when they're chewy and cold.
Okay. Because I like
It's
the
like a-
gooiness of them a little
Right.
bit. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, before I get lost in the sauce thinking of stroopwafels, let's talk to Mac Bergson here. What's he got going on, Anthony?
Got the ADS foam cannon during the ADS Valentine's Day sale. Liked it so much, I bought a second with the current 20% off.
Smart.
Hope TRC will carry the extra bottles at some point.
Ooh.
I never say never.
That's a solid
It's a
idea.
possibility.
Okay. Listening. All right. Then I've got Joy Belinsky. Delaney, you got this one.
Hello, friends. Excited for Delaney to really bring some unfiltered realness to the Q&A. Can't wait to see you all in a month. I'm excited to see Joey, too. That'll be fun for TRCMA.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see about the unfiltered realness.
I know they're all
have to see.
almost encouraging you
I
to
know.
just be mean for some reason. But they
not
call
the
it
goal.
realness, being honest. But
Yes, just being honest.
it's gotta be real, right? You don't want to be
Yes.
fake mean.
No.
'Cause that sucks. Nobody
Yeah.
likes that.
Yeah, so we'll see the topics that are brought up
But
and
hey, if
what
somebody
I think
deserves
about them.
it, you,
Right.
you let them know it.
Oh, I will.
okay? Yeah.
No worries, yeah.
Now, I love seeing
Speaking
that
of people who
ultra-
deserve all the meanness, here comes Gabe Garcia with a
Oh,
comment.
man, Gabe.
Gabe, can you stop it? I just want to point out that
Yeah.
that Ultra H2O gun is looking delicious.
Mm.
Lucas, you are demoing that gun like a champ right now.
You guys see this thing? dude, let's talk about some features real quick. Boom, push lock
Friggin' rocks.
fittings.
Go, man, go.
Super sick, one-handed operation, switching to the foam cannon, boom, nozzle holder. Oh,
wow.
man, you know what happens? Your hand gets super tired. Luckily, Anthony put a trigger lock on this bad mamma jamma, so, you know, we're in business.
Awesome.
Thought of everything.
And that swivel's looking like it's working buttery smooth. I mean,
Ooh,
just...
yes.
Or
That's a big deal. People
Just
get hung
killer,
up
man.
on
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
really
That makes it a lot
looking
easier.
forward to that.
So, like, Delaney, when
Yeah.
you're working in the shop there, do you run into like swivel issues where like you kind of get a hose, it gets a kink,
Oh,
and you
totally,
have to like
yes.
bite it for a
Yes,
while to
all
make
the
it work
time.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's one of those cases where swivel makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. It's not just for nerds. It's actually
Right.
something
It's very
everybody
useful
can appreciate.
if you are using it every day. Yeah.
We've got Mr. Bounce Out. I don't even know what's going on here with that fofo. Anthony, you beautiful human. All I know is it's a compliment.
Listen,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
you keep those coming, and
He's
you
into
know, and that will benefit you greatly in life at some point. I don't know how exactly, but I'm blushing. Thank you, thank you.
That's a heck of a
Did I tell
name
you?
you got
Did I
there.
tell you what happened at MTE?
No, what
The-
happened?
Oh.
I call him the compliment guy.
Oh, you got a compliment guy.
So we're packing up at MTE.
Sure, your ego needs that.
Dane,
I had to throw out
Whoa.
some unfiltered real
Whoa.
Dane, that was a rude
Yeah,
comment.
channel the energy.
Why'd you
I
have to say
I had
that?
to spice it up a little.
Were you just holding that
This-
in, or
no. It was an in the moment thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
how it
felt
has to
like
be.
I wasn't gonna let Delaney be first.
Gotcha, just level me out a little bit. Gotcha. Okay, so
Listen, Kathy Bates beat my legs and feet with a stick. I'm a little sore. It came out.
Dane, maybe you deserved
Right.
it. So
Yes,
Just gonna
there
be
we
real.
go.
maybe you deserved it.
Uh-huh.
So basically, when we were at MTE, right, we were packing up the booth, and obviously great show. We had a bunch of stuff there. This guy, and I can't remember his name. I'm super sorry, but he came up to me in the booth, and he goes, "Hey man, just Anthony, I'm a huge fan. I've watched all the videos. I just love the rag company. I love what you guys provide to the detailing industry. Again, I've watched all of them. I just watched your video on, I think there was like a towel video or drying towel video or something. He's like, I just watched this one, and
super nice.
I loved it, and I just want to say thank you." And so we're packing kind of things up, right? And I'm like, I'll just throw him. I'll give him a pack of towels. I don't know what I grabbed.
Yeah,
I grabbed like a pack of pearls or something. I said, "Hey man, here you go, thank you." And he goes, "No, I just think your entire team, like your media team, is just amazing, and you guys have such like a solid foundation, and
Shout out behind the wall.
it's education, it's entertainment, and you guys should just be super proud. And I just want to say I'm like super grateful to have found you guys." And I go, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, here's a brush, right?" So I grab like an ultra utility brush. I'm like, "Thanks, man." And he goes, "No, I mean, even more so than that. I just love,
He sees
dude,
what's
I love the
happening.
way that you joke around and like
Yeah.
in your videos, like, I think you're super funny, but like, people that get it. But like, I think it's just kind of fun that you kind of push it to the line, but never really cross it. And I just want to say that like, you're a huge reason why I got into detailing." I go, "Well,
that's
okay,
awesome.
well, here's a liquidator." And I give him that, right? And then I kid you not, he goes, "Dude, so one of the biggest things that I love about the rag co-" I'm like, so I let him finish.
It's like he's fishing.
So I let him finish, and then I think I hand him a curveball, or I hand him like a brush.
Ooh,
That's like
a-
gold.
that's
And
a
then I
bougie
like
one.
joking around. I'm like, "All right, I'll get the F out of here," right?
Before I give
and
you
he just
something
starts dying laughing. He goes, "I really
substantial.
didn't expect all of this." I'm like, "You didn't. You give me all these wonderful compliments. You think I'm just gonna just take it? No, So and then shortly after that, yeah, it was like a madhouse because then everybody started coming up. "Hey, I love the rag company." I'm like,
though he probably really did mean it. Like
"Oh
he
no, I
definitely
think he
meant
did.
it.
I think he genuinely did. And I think he probably kept giving me compliments because he thought like he just needed to round out the
Totally.
initial
you're,
one.
You're like getting more things. He's like, no, you're ignoring me. I'm trying to tell you something, but you just keep leaving
Yeah.
and grabbing
It
things.
was super funny. Whoever, I think Brodel witnessed, or I think John witnessed it. It was just hilarious because like, what was that guy saying? I'm like, just a lot
But
of
that's
nice
happened
things.
at shows
Yeah.
before, where somebody comes up and they're like, "You literally changed my life," and you're like,
Whoa.
okay, I didn't know what I expected today, but like I'm gonna give you all the time you'd need. Like,
Yeah.
you've been so kind.
Oh,
so.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we. Dude. I mean, if somebody says that we've made a big impact on our life, I mean, the least I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit there and talk with them as long as I can.
Course.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I've been shocked many a times. Like you'd find yourself ever going to like shows with your mom or anything,
Yeah.
and just like seeing the things people say to her.
Yeah, and it's so cool to see because I think a lot of times you're not thinking about the impact you're making on people's lives, but especially like something like this, the Q&A, people love joining every week, and it's a big part of their work day probably too.
Sure.
If they're
Yeah.
detailers and whatever, and so that's cool for you guys to experience. But I love
No,
that.
we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Also, this very nice comment. Sydney has a sister?
Yep.
Question
Yeah.
mark.
Yes,
There
crazy.
it is.
Long lost sister.
Same middle name and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm just
Although
gonna go with it.
spelling her name right is one of those things she's a big
Yeah.
stickler on. So
Do you guys do have the same middle name?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
great.
just
I
asked
just
her
learned
about
that
that
earlier.
today
I
because I
didn't
was
know
like,
that.
wait, you're also a Bray Gwen? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah,
was like,
and I
they
asked
didn't
my mom,
change it?
said, where did that come from? And her mom has no idea. She said, I just decided on Bray. Doesn't mean anything, but
All
and I
right.
got it too, so now it means something.
Okay.
It's
Go
just
with
going to
it.
mean something
yeah.
going on. Okay.
Keep it going.
What is this comment? Oh, Bucky. Anthony just travels to Florida for his pants. This is probably a Matt Mormon related comment because he tore his pants on the TRC.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I do remember
if
that.
you want pants that rip, they are in Florida. Matt's favorite pants. Okay, yeah.
Florida, yeah.
Noted. Delaney, you got this one from Mac.
So I got a new parking space at work. My car got multiple bird bombs, which sadly dried in the hot Florida sun. I decon washed, but it left spots. Any other ideas before I just polish it?
What you got?
I don't know. So, okay, left spots is what they're saying.
So what happened there is basically the bird poop dried, and he's dealing with etchings left behind.
Okay, yeah. So I can't remember the name, but there's a product from KCX. Hopefully you guys can help me with this.
Are you thinking of more along the lines of like a water spot remover that
Yes.
attacks minerals?
Yes, but what I've used it for is to get kind of like road paint off, and then we do the same with bird droppings or tar, and then
okay.
same with like tree sap.
In that case, yeah, you're probably talking about like Ulex or
Yes,
T.
Ulex.
Yeah, Ulex is like dropping a nuke. It
Yeah.
is so powerful.
Yes.
But it is incredibly
It's-
effective
yes.
at what it's meant to do.
And of course you have to be careful, especially
Right.
probably with bird droppings.
That's why
Yeah.
their product T exists, is
Yeah.
to kind of be like that non-nuclear option. Like,
Right.
okay, let's try this first. If you're
Yeah.
not sure and you don't want to just immediately jump to the
Right.
crazy end it all button. I mean, Ulex is serious stuff, but it works fantastic. However, T is definitely that sweet spot if you're trying to attack something specific and it doesn't fully require the attention of Ulex.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
that's good to know.
Correct. Yes, I'm just watching.
You're
Lucas
watching over
there.
at Lucas here.
There
What's
was like this
going
perfect
on?
ricochet. Like your flex attacked him, Dane. Like
I mean, it's a box, so the angles
no,
are pretty
it happened
straight.
when he was rinsing the wheel, right? So your wheel shape on the flex is very strange. Well, what would you describe the shape of the spokes on the flex?
They're rather phallic, which is why I painted the wheel completely black so as to hide that very unfortunate pattern
Right.
that
It's like
the
a
stock
ridge.
wheels
When
have.
it
You paint it completely black, it
You won't know.
disappears.
Yeah.
When
But for
he
some reason,
was-
Ford thought it was a great idea to do a little
Yeah.
chrome outline, and you're like, please don't do that.
Yeah, no. So when he was spraying the wheel, like it got to the
Yeah.
tip and it shot out and it got him in the eye, and he was
You
like,
got to the tip of the shot. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and I was dying laughing because I go, what's the likelihood that wheel would just shoot it right back
Yeah.
at you? And then I was like, it's got to be the spoke design. So
helping Mac out
So
here.
helping Mac out here. So what we have now is we've got some bird etchings, right? Bird poop etchings that have left themselves into the clear. So a couple things. So Mac, if your car is coated, meaning if it's been ceramic coated and has a decent pro levelish coating on there, chances are you're probably going to be fine. Yes, those spots will continue to stick around for probably a little bit of time. UV will eventually repair that. A little bit of UV, a little bit of heat, especially on a coated surface. Now, if for any reason the etching has gone beyond the coating and has gone deeper into the clear and really kind of affected and disrupted things there, at that point, you were looking to do a decon in that area to really neutralize any of the acidity of the bird poop or anything like that. And then following up, you may be needing to polish. And at that point, it's polish it, and then you see what happens. Because you're going to heat it up, it's going to swell, it's going to go away for a little bit of time, you're going to need to let it cool, and you're going to give it a few days to really kind of reset itself. If it goes away, sweet, done. Move on with your life. If it doesn't and it comes back, then you would obviously need to revisit, another method or that same method and see what happens again. But what I've learned is generally speaking with bird etchings, while yes, it sucks, it won't necessarily get much worse after you've removed it, right? If you've removed it, neutralized the area, washed the car, whatever, it's not like the etching is going to continue to build and build and build. Majority of the damage is already done, and at that point, you can pray to the sun, UV gods, that the etching will eventually repair itself. And if it doesn't happen, then you're polishing anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So no reason to jump into polishing when maybe a little bit of time and sun can fix it. And if it can't, it can't.
Done and done. And then I got Hans here saying Mini Queen in the house.
Oh, what's up?
And then he also has to point out that I got someone to clean my car again. It's true. Now, anybody who's watched Q&A for a while knows that I have detailed some cars on Q&A before. It's a rare sight, but it has happened. I just want to make that clear. All right, Joey here. You guys are working Lucas to the bone this month.
Man.
You know what, though, Lucas?
You gotta do it, man.
I spoke to Lucas about this detail beforehand. He didn't give me much guff. Like I didn't have to twist his arm or anything. Lucas, please let them know you're not being held against your will.
Being held against my will. There's a gun behind the camera. No, I'm just kidding. I love being here, guys.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
The love of the game. Yeah.
We have the chains, which usually we put away for the few hours, and then we bring them back
You don't want
out.
somebody seeing those on camera. That's just...
Go back to servicing customers.
Yep. Back to customer service, where he services the customers to the best of his abilities.
He's well-rounded.
He is wonderful.
Lucas, what do you got there in your hand?
Ooh.
So this is what we call the Master Bow Staff, a.k.a. the Mitt on a Stick Pro Plus Rag Company version. This is the 3-pull variant. So what we're going to do is we're going to get up to like that roof area and stuff, because I don't feel like getting like wet and foamy. So
No.
we're going to use this bad mamma jamma.
Wow.
Do you know that this Flex has 4 sunroofs?
Really?
Yeah. So that'll be fun. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of glass to coat.
that's a lot of glass to touch up on, but the Mitt on a Stick does make life a lot easier. And it's not that tall.
Let's
so.
see this in action, Lucas.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and lay this down, baby. Let's do it.
Give me a good angle.
All right,
Yep.
we got that overhead.
Good.
Here we go.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow indeed.
Gosh, what a breeze, man.
Wow. And the Mitt on a Stick does utilize premium microfiber, meaning that with a little bit of pressure, really actually little to no pressure, it's the pressure of the Mitt itself. You're going to be able to
You guys
safely
love
remove
this?
contamination.
Yeah,
Same thing.
basically, if you like the Cyclone, you're
Right.
going to like the Mitt on a Stick.
No, I mean, but look at that. That's a single hand operation right
Yeah,
there.
that's light work.
And you are able to dunk into the bucket as needed. Look at the windshield, right? Look at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is he getting wet? No, he's not getting wet.
No.
He is comfortable.
Dry to
He
the
is-
bone, man.
I do want to ask,
freaking
like,
great.
how heavy does that feel in your hand now that it's saturated? And
It's
is
fine.
it feel like there's a lot of weight at the end, or is it pretty manageable?
I mean, sure, there's weight at the end, but
Now-
like,
Delaney,
It's not that bad,
Boom.
though.
Yeah.
why don't you run over there? I want you to grab that out of his
man.
hand.
Ooh.
I want you to knock out part of that roof right there. And I want you to give us your feedback. I want you to, in real-time experience, right? Delaney grabbing this. Yes, it's heavy. It's not heavy. It's saturated, and it's ready to go.
Oh, did you guys see that?
Now, remember, she does not have a microphone on, so we're going to need...
No, she's good. Okay.
Okay. We're going to need some
you're good.
reiteration.
What are your thoughts?
It's super easy to use, lightweight,
freaking great.
It's super
Oh,
easy
yeah.
to
Oh,
use.
yeah, they
it's
can't hear.
lightweight. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to illustrate.
Lucas
was
will get
she
extra
doesn't
there.
have
Do
a
a borrowed
microphone.
mic maneuver.
All right,
There
so
we
it's
go.
super easy to use, super lightweight, like I was just using it with my fingers. And then you can also see everything that you're hitting, so it's super nice.
Boom.
Delaney, you're a rock star, and I just wanted to see that it's just because Lucas is tall, it would probably look easy,
Sure,
right? So
sure.
Delaney's shorter, and I'm like, if he can do it, she can do it, Dane can do it, right?
I can do it, yeah. I love that thing. No,
Yeah,
it is one of my absolute favorite detailing tools now that I've had a chance to use it a few times.
Yeah, and I just want to say that it feels pretty balanced weight-wise. The actual mitt part of it doesn't feel any heavier than this stick, so super easy.
And again, because it's like a modular designer, you can actually pull off excess parts of the pole. Like
Yeah,
if you don't
middle
need,
pole.
if you don't need it to be 3 poles, you can have it be 2 poles. If you need it to be 1, you can have it be 1.
Totally.
So
Well, like thinking
it's
of the
just killer.
hood, right? Like you don't need it to be super long for that, but you don't want to like be bent over the hood either. So you can just run it with like a 2-pole setup, and it's
exactly.
Yeah, and our replacement covers are coming soon.
good. Oh, good
Soon.
to know.
I'll
All right.
leave that there, but I mean soon. So yeah.
Neil here with a good point. TRC should make a detail brush using Lucas's hair for bristles. the
Ultra
Ida
soft
Fro
synthetic,
getting
baby.
multiple uses. I like that.
Safe for piano black trim, like all that.
Oh,
Cool stuff.
wow.
Yeah, you know, it's gotta be good on those dangerous, tough, squirrely surfaces.
Yeah, that's hard to
Limited
do.
edition Detail Factory
Yeah.
Lucas Hair Edition or something like that.
Produce
Yeah.
so many brushes, but
That's a good marketing strategy there.
It's Blaine Tail Factory. Okay, so Delaney, you've got this one here from Angry Monkey Detailing. What are they saying?
All right. Hello from, I'm guessing, Northwest Subs. Oh, wait. Okay, we're just going to go NW Subs of New York City. Just
Suburbs.
Suburbs, yeah. Okay. Just a quick PSA. PNS Dynamic Dressing and Beadmaker both work great on snow shovels and snowblower shoots. Sorry to Dave for going off-label use. I love this. I love using products for, non-traditional ways, not what they're meant for. So I totally agree with that. And that's good to know. I've never really thought about using it on a snow shovel, but I could see the need for it. So totally.
Well, and I like how he threw in that bit for Dave because Dave doesn't like when people kind of like venture off the beaten path. But there's just so many different ways you can use a product. Same thing with like towels and stuff. People are like, what do I do with this towel? What do I do with this towel? And sometimes they get a little dissatisfied when they hear you do whatever you want with it. They're like, but what's it for? And then we can talk about specifics when the design is catered to it. But at the end of the day, you can use a towel for whatever you want.
And especially if you have those products or towels just kind of laying around, if you have a shop or you just enjoy cleaning your car, you have those products, why not use it on something else?
For sure. Now, oh boy, the fun name is back. Mr. Bounce Out with that fofo saying definitely a dirty car this time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is,
All right. Happy to see that you agree. Ron, what's he saying, Anthony?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being clean and 10 being dirty, Dane's flex is easy, 30 plus.
Kind of like me, 30 plus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not getting any younger.
Nope, definitely not.
Nope.
All right, what's Alex saying here, Delaney?
I'm just glad Joey's in the house. Odd to see him MIA last week. Totally.
Yeah, it
We're
was
glad
weird.
Joey's here.
Yeah, he was just. It was weird not seeing that familiar, golf appearing in the avatar there.
Right? He has a big presence.
Yeah. Dan, the man, Alkaline Towpat, I took the work vehicle through a car wash just now, and I'm reminded why I do it myself.
Yeah.
$20, and there's still dirt all over the back and in the corners.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes to do it right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah. Just the extra 40 minutes
Yeah.
will do wonders.
But maybe Dan doesn't have the time today. And he's
Right.
just gotta sacrifice something. So the
He
car
also
wash
lives in
had to go.
Alaska,
that's tough.
and that doesn't make it easy.
Maybe it's not outside weather time right now.
Right. Yeah. The winter.
Silly Goose says, I'm really excited to see Delaney behind the desk. Get it, girl.
Heck yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. It's exciting.
Delaney fans here, which is great. And
Definitely.
we got Coach Kemi, USA. Yo, what's up, TRC? What's going on?
Hey.
To our friends down in Georgia. How's everything going?
Oh no, David Boyce back with more commentary. Delaney, what's he saying?
Hey, wow. Did Sydney have a transformation? Anthony, you were pretty shy at that car meet. Did you even chat with the Evo owner? Did you tell him you have one? Introvert much?
Do you guys think I'm an introvert, Dane?
I know Anthony to be a lot of the introvert is not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
no, I'm
gonna
not an
put that
introvert.
on you.
Talented is, introvert is not.
Well, now I get compliments? That's
Yeah,
crazy,
I'm a
Dane.
wild card.
What
You never
the
know what's
heck?
coming,
That's
man.
nuts,
That's
right?
just it.
I don't have any free stuff to give you right now. I'm so
Right.
sorry.
Yeah. This
It's
is your
okay.
day for compliments, Anthony.
So,
Good vibes.
David, to your point there. So, I had mentioned this, I think, on the podcast last week or on the Q&A last week, where I went to a car show, like a Valentine's Day car show, and I went to go admire the cars there, right? That all the best that Idaho had to offer. And I'm a type of person that believes, if I don't have anything like super nice to say, that I'm probably just gonna, keep that to myself.
Okay.
It's not that I had a lot of negative things to say about the car show. It was just mostly like I didn't really have like I wasn't gonna lie and be like I love this car. This is my favorite. I'm not gonna do that. So, but yes, to the point. I like to think I was being a little bit more modest, David, rather than shy. None of those people know who I am. They don't know that that I'll make cars shiny in videos and stuff like that. And that's okay. That's totally okay. I was just riding it out and just being a guy.
Maybe this is my own insecurity coming through, but I feel like if you were to go to a car show, somebody's talking about their car. I like the shared experience if it's kind of like they saw your car and they're like, oh, they initiate the convo that way. But if like somebody starts talking about their car and showing it to you, and then you change the conversation to be about yourself and your car, which maybe is or isn't even there, and you start talking about, well, mine's like this. Does that not feel like a little awkward or weird? Like, I don't know. I understand it. I get what you're going for, but I feel like that could also lead to somebody being like, I don't want to hang around this guy because suddenly the whole vibe changed.
Well, it's you're there showing your car, and then somebody else approaches you and says, hey, do you want to hear about my car? And they're kind of like, oh, is it here? No.
So and for that matter, they may not even believe that you have a car at all.
Right.
It's in the garage, but I'm going to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
It's like the kid in elementary school who's like, my dad has a Ferrari, and you're like, are you sure about that?
Yeah, and then you're like comparing features. Oh, do you have these headlights or this one, or do you have this technology package? I've been there with my dad. Yeah, it's like that definitely gets interesting.
Does that happen like at school and stuff? Like people kind of get up on each other's cases about the cars they have and stuff?
Yes, totally.
Have you ever encountered
That's happened to me. Yeah, because I think sometimes when I was a girl or say that I'm a detailer, people would be like, oh, what do you know? Does your dad really drive that car? Or my dad has this, whatever. So sometimes you kind of have to prove yourself in those situations. And then I would totally know what I was talking about, and it works out.
That's the cool part is, you, your mom, you guys are all big sticklers on the Mopar stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ferrari, Bugatti, Maserati,
whatever,
Sunfire.
I just remember being a kid, and this one kid always insisted, my uncle has a Dodge Viper, and at the time it was just like, whoa, because we live in like a little farm town up in Washington. It just felt like it's exotic, but it's not like crazy high end, so it was just like, okay, I guess this is in the realm possible. But as a kid, you're just like, I don't believe it, because you never saw it, so you just
it's kind of obvious.
Dude, Vipers...
I love a good Viper.
I do love a good Viper, though. I really do. Yeah.
They are something else in terms of the way they feel behind the wheel. But
out of time says, hey TRC, watching, listening while building out the detailing rig. Lucas killing it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucas,
I love that.
How you feeling back there, by the way?
Oh, pretty freaking good. We're about to get this thing rinsed off and dried, and then start touching stuff up. We'll figure it out.
No, okay.
Lucas, you knocked out the wheels already, right?
Huh?
You knocked out the wheels already?
Oh, yeah.
And were you rolling around on that Viper Creeper?
Dude, the Mini Creeper? This could be my favorite detailing thing that I discovered in 2026 so far.
Really?
Dude, this is the best wheel cleaning chair that's ever been
you
created.
Haven't tried it?
No, I've never even seen
Delaney,
that.
you haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Go. I'm
You're just going to keep sending her to go try stuff.
Seriously, you have to go. It's the most incredible.
We have two of these. One is a raised one, but still low. The other one is the super low one.
Now get to the wheel like you're going to clean it.
Now the question is, does it feel stable when you're rolling on it? It does. Okay.
Well, so the point here is that these mini creepers, right? So we know the Low Pro exists, right? The Low Pro from Viper is great. It's a great detailing chair. When you're knocking out wheels and tires, the Low Pro, you're bending and reaching down, and I'm like, dude, that's not comfortable, right? To do that, and so the Viper Creeper, the Mini Creeper, it pushes you right up to that wheel, right up to that tire. And look at the difference there.
That's awesome.
So check out Lucas here. Quick little demo. Okay, you're bending down.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm stable. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. I'm doing some polishing.
That's like a good point.
Maybe a foot's worth of like height difference going on there.
Yeah.
Within a foot or a little less than that. But it's amazing what a difference it makes, huh?
But I'm thinking,
Totally.
if you can get this backrest on this
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
Good idea.
dude,
I've been thinking
living in
do
luxury.
something
Yeah.
like that.
So I've already put in the request
Right.
to the team over at Viper
we
for
did send
that.
them a video.
Yeah.
They are going to see what they can do, and ideally we get the first version sample of a prototype.
better.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Very low mini creeper with a backrest, and at that point, I think that everybody should buy those.
Yeah.
They're
I
insane.
love that. So the move you guys saw me do,
Yeah.
I push my feet back. I do that when I'm detailing, and I like slide. I get to the next wheel as quick as possible.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In doing that, and so that was really nice. It's lightweight, which I noticed, and then I also like it looks like there's space to put your
There is.
brush or whatever you're using.
Right,
So
there's
you can put a
trays
bottle
there.
in
Yeah,
that thing.
like
Yeah.
that's super important. You don't want to be, because otherwise I'm like leaving bottles and towels behind, but that looks very functional.
Because it looks like it has a raised edge.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that it's like a good inch or two of raised like metal edge that'll keep stuff from just sliding off. So
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I am pretty obsessed with that thing. So, anyways, moving on.
All right. Next
Michael says, hello, TRC crew and chat. Love y'all. What's going on, man?
All right. On page 3 here. Whoop. Got a little bump on page 4. Let's go to Silly Goose saying, hey, Joey, you mentioned using rags to riches in a spray bottle as an intermediate measure on used pads. What's a ratio, please, and thanks? Delaney, Anthony, have you ever done such a thing? With rags to riches, kind of, cleaning off pads and stuff.
Yeah, totally. That's a great use.
Do you know
of
what
it, yeah.
mixture you used?
I do not.
Your mom does the mix.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she does
puts
a
it in the
mix,
spray
but-
bottle. I think she puts an ounce. I think she
Yeah,
puts
probably the
inside
same that you would put in a
32 to 1, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same you
And
put in a
there's
washer.
his answer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
actually, just an ounce or two in a 16-ounce spray bottle. Very nice. I always got to remember, we've got audio listeners as well, not just video watchers, so I want to make sure they hear in case they don't see. Joey here, I saw my life flash before my eyes when I stepped foot onto Dane's whole deck.
Wow,
Buddy,
that is serious.
That is serious. Well, you'll be happy to know the new thing, beefy as hell. That
Yeah,
thing is
all right.
Yeah, it's
not
gonna be-
going anywhere.
Yeah.
It is
It's going to be safe for all
thick
sorts
with
of...
3-4 C's. I mean, it's crazy. Hans here. Let's throw this to Delaney. What's
All right,
Hans saying?
Fat Joe and Dane have a big fight, and Stonehennon kicked Fat Joe's
Ooh,
leap. That's why Dane needed time to rest up.
that's a good theory.
Is that true?
That's a good
Yeah.
theory. Yeah. They only just finished assembling the staircase on the back deck today,
Okay.
so I didn't have a staircase to kick him down. Unfortunately, he just freefalled. It was
Oh, so
really
it
an ugly
just
sight. I'm
straight
glad
off, yeah.
nobody caught that on camera. All right, Scooty Tamara. Tamara, happy to see you here, Tamara. We're always
Oh.
happy to see you here. And I'm sure you love, we got Lucas doing the detail today. So
Yeah.
Yep.
happy to
He's
have you be a
excited.
part. All right, David Boyce. Anthony.
Oh my gosh. Dane, don't you live next to a pet cemetery? Why build a deck just to look at tombstones?
He's throwing out movie references to Kathy Bates, I think, or he's
Well-
throwing out Stephen King. Well,
Well, the pet cemetery
yeah.
is a movie.
But
right?
Tombstone,
And a book.
Tombstone's also a movie.
Yeah, it also is, yeah. But,
A good movie.
yeah, Dane does have
Fun
an
movie.
area where I believe seances have taken place up on the hill.
But in this case, his Tombstone reference is because there's an area where flowers grow in like a very specific pattern. And one of the guys, one of the TRCMAs, they came up and like hung out my backyard just to like see it. And one of them spotted, I forget who saw it, but he freaked out and he just thought it looked kind of like a gravesite.
Oh,
and I'm like,
gosh.
whoa,
It
hey,
was
as far
like
as
a-
I
it was
know,
like a-
nobody's
it
ever.
was like a resurrection circle of like
Really?
beautiful like
It was very pretty though. The flowers
Yeah.
are very pretty, but
yeah like
it's mostly
it
trees.
was like
back
it was
there.
like peonies or something like that.
Yeah,
It
something
was like
that.
some very odd flower. I'm like, what? That doesn't really
But
grow
they stuck
there.
out because otherwise it's like evergreens and sagebrush and stuff. So it's very different looking from everything else.
So we thought that that's where
interesting.
Dane has his seances
Yeah,
at
yeah,
night.
I feel you.
Move on. We have the Buckeye Barbecue. ADS had a short building out a short building out a starter kit. Why don't you each put together your starter kits?
Okay.
Had a
Yes.
short like a YouTube short. with
Right,
a-
right,
Oh,
okay.
And then
Yeah.
like explain them.
So like
ADS
if you
starter
were to
kit.
make your own starter kit, like what you would recommend to
Yeah.
people just to get their foot in the door, doesn't have to be all crazy yet, but like keep it like under $100 or something. But it's something that somebody could use for a while that would start them out. What are some products you would throw in there?
Can we just go first?
I know he knows, but I want to hear yours too. So, Anthony, go ahead.
I'll just say, these
there.
are my 4 horsemen of the ADS apocalypse.
Ooh, okay.
These are the 4 products from ADS. Okay. Clip this. These are the 4 products from ADS that will make you a fan of Armor Detailing Supply. Product number 1, Amplify. Smells insanely good. Ton of slickness, ton of gloss. Car does stay cleaner for longer. I find that Amplify is just a fantastic standalone, quick detail kind of ceramic spray, along with just a great, topper / drying aid. Product number 2, wheel cleaner. The wheel cleaner packs a serious punch, and it does so in a way that it smells like Japanese squash, also known as like a Japanese citrus scent. Yeah. It smells great for a wheel cleaner. It has a built-in fallout remover. It's going to have some just great detergents built in to be able to break up and get behind that embedded brake dust and really pull that out for an easier overall clean. And I find that it does froth up pretty well with a brush and or an IK foamer.
Yeah.
Product number 3. Huge fan of their tire cleaner. So the ADS tire cleaner also packs a serious punch. And in combination with the wheel cleaner, you have a 1-2 combo that's really kind of hard to beat. The tire cleaner will get rid of a lot of that browning, will degrease things extremely fast, and I find that it really gets the tire back to a really good foundational level of clean before accepting a dressing. And if, let's just say, you don't want to have to scrub the tires, and let's just say you're kind of worried about a little bit of rubber degradation with time, you can also just spray it on the tire, let it dwell, and then rinse it. And you'll already do, half the work as well without having to do any type of physical agitation. Now you're probably wondering, what is product number 4?
Oh man,
Here it comes.
What would I pick on that for that 4th product? Well, this can actually go a couple different ways, but I will give a shout out to, what am I going to say?
Even he doesn't know where it's going.
I don't even know what I'm going to say.
It's that big of a mystery.
Wow.
No, there's like a couple of products that are kind of like, honestly, like dead even. Now I could go either way with this last one.
Okay, what's your tie?
Okay, my tie would probably be between Shampoo Plus and Pilot. So the Pilot interior cleaner is kind of like my personal, I like that style because it doesn't build up a lot of stickiness or tackiness. I find that it doesn't resud or it doesn't what's it called? It basically, the second you get it wet again, when you re-wet it, it doesn't cause more bubbles or the detergent to act back up. I think that Pilot, because it's an all-in-one, has UV protection built into it as well, so it's great on Alcantara, it's great on plastics, you can use it to clean glass, all sorts of different stuff. Shampoo Plus, it smells good. I feel like a little goes a long way. I like that it builds up with a really good foam thickness. And, in a foam cannon, it's my preferred probably style of pH balanced soap. In the bucket, I still do prefer GSF, I think. I just find that with Shampoo Plus, it'll build up fantastic amount of foam and lubrication on the surface of the foam cannon. But I do find that when I put it in a bucket, that the lubrication, the suds tend to kind of fall off a little bit quicker than I would like. So for that reason, there's a tie, but both are great products.
Okay, very cool.
It. Yeah,
Lucas, that smells wonderful. What do you?
I can smell it from here.
What are you rinsing there, Lucas?
I was feeling lazy, so we just sealed it up with some hydro foam real quick. So yeah.
Nice.
All right, love it.
Please kick that fan on if you can, though. Just you wanna,
Oh yeah.
Where's the fan?
Feel the water.
It's that one.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, he'll get it. We're good. Delaney, for your input on that, I was thinking more broadly, just in general, a starter kit for detailing. It didn't have to be limited necessarily to armor, but what's your kind of go-to little grab and go bag you would suggest if somebody wants to start, just needs a little something for each job?
Yeah.
Where are you turning?
So going off ADS, I would include the wheel cleaner. I love it, and kind of when I was here, I think it was last year, washing a car on the Q&A, Gabe kind of made my own starter kit of ADS stuff, and that was my first time ever using it. And since I am kind of, honest, I did give my real review, and I loved all of it, so I'm going to keep that one. I love the wheel cleaner because it kind of is like an iron buster type thing. You can see the purple, and you can see the wheel all the dirt coming off the wheel.
The arm particles,
Yes.
that kind of
so
stuff.
kind of starting out detailing, I think that is awesome. And then I also really like Pilot for many reasons. I use it a lot for the door jams, especially kind of more car washes when I'm not using protectant or really cleaning the inside, but sometimes you just need to clean like that plastic part of the door jam. I think that is a great use of Pilot.
Yeah.
And then other products, I'm going to go some type of interior cleaner. My favorite is Express. And then definitely protectant. My favorite is Natural Finish. I think I just like finishing off any car with that, and I think it also makes a big difference. Just maintaining a car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then also that has multiple purposes. I use it tire shine, mats, so many things. So that would be I think that was 4 products that I would absolutely need to have. I think it's a good starter kit too.
Definitely hear you there. Good.
Gotcha.
picks. All right.
All right, next up, we've
Yes.
got, I'm Gen Z and I still love movies. Thank God.
Dude,
Yep.
that's good. That's good
that,
for you.
That brings
They're
me
still out there.
an immense
I wish I
joy.
could love movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you have classic
oh.
movies that you're into, or is it just in general you just I don't
Yes, I
spend
do.
my time?
But
Oh,
they're
okay.
none of them are really newer, I would say.
Okay.
What's coming to mind is Anchorman,
Oh, okay.
Christmas Vacation.
So these are definitely
like-
influenced by your parents.
Yes.
But I will say they are good choices.
Because I was
Very
probably a
good choices.
kid watching some of those, but
Sure.
my attention span now is just
Okay. So
Too
before
low,
the attention
unfortunately.
was shot, you're
Yes.
all right, these are fun. I'm kind of nostalgic for them now. Okay.
And that was my goal for 2026, is to get a better attention span. We're kind of working on it. So maybe by the end of the year, movies I'll be more knowledgeable
Do you know
on.
what the answer is?
Yeah.
You ready for this? I'll just tell you what it is right now. Are you
All
ready?
right.
You're not going to like it.
Okay.
Delete TikTok.
Yeah.
Delete Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Delete Snapchat.
Yeah.
Delete Facebook.
Turn off
I
notifications
do
on your
like
phone
Facebook.
outside
And then
of texts.
email Google and tell them to give users an option to hide the shorts trash that there is.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes.
we stop getting exposed and caught down the YouTube Shorts
Yeah, the rabbit
loophole that we do not need to be stuck
It's
in
rough.
as human beings.
Yeah.
That's how to fix your attention span. And then I recommend picking up a book, watching some very long movies. Ideally, you watch the Lord of the Rings series.
Very
okay.
long movies, but very
Very
good
long movies.
Yeah.
This will retrain your brain to really just look forward to. Again, it's not so much the instant gratification. It's
You want that dopamine hit and
It's-
hit it fast.
it's the journey, Delaney.
I know.
And Lord of the Rings is in fact the journey.
All right. So I've never
Yes.
seen The Lord of the Rings. I did just see the Hunger Games series. All
Okay.
of
Oh,
them.
good.
Yes.
If
so
you
I just
enjoyed
watched all
those-
of those, and I did enjoy those.
Okay.
So again, we're making
Katniss
progress.
Everdeen.
We
Yeah.
are. But
You might be ready to give Lord of the Rings a try. I would
Okay.
say skip the
No.
Hobbit ones.
No.
Don't bother with the later made Hobbit ones. They're not
Alright.
as
No,
good.
nobody counts those.
I don't-
Those aren't
I
real
don't want
movies.
those.
yeah, I don't know anything
No,
about
the
that.
Lord of the Rings.
Chronicles of Narnia. Tried that.
No.
That would be a good in
Okay.
between.
Okay.
To be honest.
Sure.
Right.
Really quick, just chime
Yeah.
in on speaking of movies. I did watch Crime 101 over the
Oh,
weekend.
yeah, you're telling me.
I highly recommend it. It's a great movie to go see in theaters. I was entertained throughout the entire thing.
Mhm.
Good.
Ending was kind of whatever, right? But outside of that, it's got action. The cars are cool. Driving was
a lot of
cool.
willpower in it. I saw.
That's good.
Chris Hemsworth, just an absolute angel-looking man. Seen him in person.
I was gonna say,
at the-
having seen him in person, he
having
does have
seen
an
him in
aura
person,
about him. For
that
real.
man absolutely glows in everything that he does.
Very
And,
few
you know,
people we've met who
in
actually
real
seem to
life.
have some kind of aura, but he did.
But that movie I think that, the storyline, again, kind of like a little underwhelming at some points, but the driving and the way they shot things and some of the shots themselves, and what's even crazier is that Halle Berry is basically 60 years old, right?
Love Halle Berry.
Oh,
She's
wow,
great.
yeah.
She looks 32 in the
Good for
movie,
her.
right? Like, she is not, I mean, well, there's reasons, but she does not look like she's aged, and it's very impressive. So,
Yeah.
Crime 101, go see it in theaters. This podcast is sponsored by Fandango, and if you...
It is not.
What? Oh, sorry.
It is not.
Wrong podcast. I knew Dane.
She was also awesome in the third John Wick movie when she was sick in Belgium Melon while I was on
And-
Bad Guys. That was dope.
Dane,
That
and
sounds
what's the other
awesome.
movie that she's great in?
Oh, everybody loves Swordfish.
Yep,
okay,
everybody
moving
does
along.
love
So,
Swordfish. Yeah,
David
there you go.
Boyce. Kathy Bates currently stars in Matlock, a remake of a series that was my grandpa's favorite show, pretty much.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
no, it was a
it's-
very popular show back in the day. I'm not sure it's the kind of show you'd be into.
Probably
It's
not.
kind of perhaps for folks who are looking for a different speed of television, but that's
Okay,
cool.
All right.
But no, you would recognize her. She's in a lot of comedies
Yeah,
too in the background.
okay.
Like she's just
look her up.
an awesome actress.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll recognize
I'll
her if you
probably
see a
know,
picture
yeah.
or something. I bet. All right, moving along here. Whoop, where did I go? That's the fun part when this stuff starts moving. Ronnie Yacht, Kathy Bates was in Fried Green Tomatoes and presently stars in Matlock. Thank you, Ronnie Yacht. Then I've got NN Minnesota checking in. He means MN. Thank you,
yeah.
DIY with Kane.
See what's going on. Good to
And
see
then Joey just raining on the parade with 70 degrees and sunny today.
Oh,
What is
man,
happening?
I'm jealous.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Last one before we hit the 3 o'clock mark. I want to get Mr. Bounce's question asked and answered. Delaney, take this one.
All right,
please.
be honest, guys. Do you secretly have to touch up the wheels a little more after the wash and just cut it out of your videos?
Ooh.
every once in a while, like we'll film like an after shot, and we'll like Jimmy will be like, "Oh, you missed a spot, right?
Yeah.
Oh crap, right?" We go back through
Yeah.
and we'll touch it up, or like we applied a dressing while the tire was still wet. It didn't kind of really set up properly, so we might have to like go back and touch it up a little bit. That's about it, right? Not usually.
I would say, depending on what this
Yeah.
is in reference
Right.
to, if you're talking about videos where there's like a timer involved and stuff, because I know the Wash Clay Seal video had a timer on it.
Oh.
She went through, and that time would have been accurate to the actual work she did. So I just want that reflected. But I will say, like, when you're trying to do like pretty shots and stuff like that, yeah, sometimes a certain angle is going to look better on camera than is actually going to be the best functional thing
Yeah.
for the job. So sometimes the pretty details you see in videos aren't necessarily the details that actually get the job done.
Right.
So yeah, there are compromises in there for sure sometimes. But as far as the time stuff goes, I just want you to know, like, we don't want to sit there and like fake that stuff. Like, if it's accurate to the time presented, it's got to be accurate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
All right, that actually brings us
Yeah.
to we've reached the end of our first half, which is incredible.
But we're not done yet.
No.
We're not. Delaney, have you had fun so far?
Totally. This is
Good.
way different than, washing the car, but it's super
Better
fun.
or worse?
Probably better.
Okay.
You're worked over there
Nice.
for sure.
It is work, right? And Lucas is killing it. So
Yeah.
Yes.
there's going to be more where this came from, sister. Don't go
All right.
anywhere because you're going to be seeing a few messages from ourselves as well as our brand partners. And we'll be back here after a few messages. So see you soon.
In every artist, there's a masterpiece waiting to be unleashed. It starts with inspiration, an inner desire for greatness, and a pursuit of the ultimate finish. For artists in the world of reflections, precision and perfection are required at every step. It's work that demands tools sculpted by legacy, sharpened by innovation. For over 37 years, Buff and Shine has been more than a brand. It's a promise to help bring out perfection in every detail. Because the best tools don't just do the job, they become an extension of the artist and a safeguard for their craft. Choose Buff and Shine. Empower the artist within.
Get dirty. P&S Off-Road.
Hey guys, Josh with the Rag Company.
I thought I was going first.
thought I was going first.
We'll take it.
All right, Josh is from the Rag Company here to tell you about the business program.
You can save up to 25% off different products that we have here at the Rag Company, including savings like Detail Factory,
IK
sprayers, and many others.
Whether it's pads, polishes, compounds, polishers, we got it all. Chemicals.
We have everything you would need to save you some money so you can start putting more money in your pocket by buying products through our business program.
So whether you're a shop-based business, a mobile detailer, or just running a side hustle out of your garage, please check out the business program.
And you get free shipping on orders over $150.
It's a pretty great deal.
That is a great deal.
The Rag Company business program is for bulk purchase end users only. No tax exemptions unless previously grandfathered in. Discounts apply to eligible products only. Exclusions may apply. Check product listings for details. Minimum order of $150 required to qualify for these discounts. Some brands, tools, or specialty items may not be included. Pricing is subject to change without notice. Visit theragcompany.com/biz to start your application. Act now, stock up, and save big while it lasts.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the second half of Q&A Thursday right here at the Rag Company YouTube channel. I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my left, Anthony Fisher.
Dane, thank you for having me, and welcome to the second half, everyone.
This is a good one. This is a fun one. And to my right, wonderful guest, Delaney Bray-Gwyn here.
What is up?
Not quite Sydney, different person,
Yeah.
just so you understand.
Different first name, but
Different opinions sometimes,
yes,
too.
totally.
So
Yeah.
it's cool to get some diversity here. And, of course, way over in the detail bay, we've got none other than Lucas, Mr. Customer Service himself, helping out and servicing the customer. In this case, it's my flex. So how's it going over there, by the way, bud?
Oh, dude, it's going really good. We got this thing washed and sealed. So the second half, I'm going to be honest, I don't really have a goal in mind, but I think we're going to do some glass coating. His front pillars, there's some like chemical etching going on, so we're seeing if we can't shine those bad mamma jammas up. I'm thinking about maybe putting some trim plus on that front cowl. We're just going to kind of see what happens in the next hour. You know what I mean?
I'm into it.
Mess around, yeah.
No, that sounds great. Thank you, Lucas.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right. So, next up on the docket, before we get too far into these comments, I do actually want to point out, Anthony, we do have a sale going on this week. How long is that going on for?
So, Dane, that's a great question. So, from right now until March 5th, at the stroke of midnight, you can save 20% on almost everything at theragcompany.com with up to 70% off of doorbusters. Now, this is Detailing Kickoff, right? And we run this sale once a year. It's a fantastic way to jump back into detailing season the right way. The only way, the Rag Company way. I knew you'd like that, Dane. And so the applicator sponge and towel combo, right? You're going to be able to get some of these stuff for just wicked cheap. And the doorbusters, once they're gone, they're gone. That's the goal of a doorbuster. It gets you into the door. And once you bust through and you bust it down, that's really all that's left. But I did want to highlight, Glenn, if we scroll up, please, that we do have the limited edition Varsity Brush Set from our friends over at Detail Factory. Now, this bundle is going to be coming in at $45 and is an awesome varsity-themed colorway, meaning you're getting like a really cool dark red mixed with some gray. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Stanford and or just, your favorite varsity style colors.
Great.
And
do.
Those are awesome.
I was going back through my high school kind of wares and things that I had from back in the day, Dane, trying to find my Letterman's jacket, right?
You had one?
And I realized I never got one. I never actually had a Letterman's jacket. And it actually wasn't even my school colors. My school colors were green and blue. And so I don't
say, so you were like walking around like a jock, but you didn't play sports.
No, it didn't actually look like a jock at all in high school, Dane.
Okay.
I had very flowy hair. It was kind of feathered and off to the side. I wore
skater scene guy.
I wore shirts from our friends over at DVS and in kind of like skate style wear. And I often had puka shell necklaces, right? And
Really?
The combination of that with a nice skater shoe and cargo shorts needless to say, I was not that popular.
You were very much a product of Modesto.
Product Modesto, but then soon enough, right? I started shopping, Hollister, Abercrombie, things like that.
Made a turn,
actually, it's a lie. I didn't shop at Abercrombie because I didn't have money for Abercrombie, so I shopped at American Eagle. Or I didn't even shop there. I just asked for things, and I very rarely got it.
I just found some leftovers at Ross.
Hollister was a little
enough,
expensive. As long as it wasn't Aeropostale, I knew I was going to be in a good spot.
What was wrong with Aeropostale? Not that I'm just kind of like, I didn't think much of it.
Aeropostale just didn't really have much for, just guys in general. I mean, there wasn't much. I think it was primarily focused women's clothing, girls' clothing.
I think the hoodies are very popular, priority. If I recall.
Yeah.
However, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that if you didn't have red and gray as your college colors, you can now.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Detail Factory.
Wow, way to bring it back. Yeah, that really took a
That had to go somewhere, Dane. I really, I took it away from the
But now I'm curious. I want to ask Delaney what brands are popular now at school. What do you
clothing?
see most of the time these days?
Yeah, well, so actually Hollister and Abercrombie, huge comeback. Huge comeback.
Okay.
And so what's interesting, they had a comeback where their style was totally different. But now they're back. They're back to the 2000s. Kind of the old, stitched on letters and grays and browns and the frayed things. That's all back.
Oh, the frayed stuff is so popular.
That's all back. So we've made a full circle there. But I'm into it.
Okay.
And then we've got, Lululemon. Boys and girls are into that.
You ever buy those pants Sid told you to buy?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I still need to. But what's funny to think about, and not to trail things off too much, but Dane, when me and you were in high school, right?
Yeah.
In the early mid 2000s.
Yes.
Living the good.
I graduated in 07.
Okay.
I call
Those
it.
who want to feel.
I call it the good life, right? The golden
Younger
years.
or
They were amazing, right? That was probably one of the coolest times to probably grow up. I mean, everybody thinks that they're the coolest time to grow up.
Right.
We had a pretty cool time to grow up in high school with a true high school experience.
Sure.
20 years prior to that, Dane,
Yeah.
mid 80s, right? Early mid 80s, right? People were still wearing Metallica shirts. People were still wearing Pink Floyd stuff. People were still wearing, rocker stuff, right?
Still, that stuff was relatively it was, within the last 5-10 years at the time.
Oh, totally. But I mean, I'm just saying, in general,
big 50s throwback resurgence.
In the early mid
2000s,
there was still a lot of 80s inspiration. A lot of kids just literally they loved. There's a whole crew at my high school that wore leather jackets, studded things, and they loved it, right? And that was just their style. It's the year 2026.
Right.
20 years ago, it was 2006.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No,
And,
I'm this close to my 20-year high school reunion. It's kind of freaking me out.
So when she says it's coming back in the same way that the 80s was coming back.
But that's the
That's a good
20
point.
years
Yes,
thing.
totally.
It's always around 20 years is when the last thing those, because the nostalgia just
So
I don't know exactly why it happens, but
this makes us
pretty
sound really
reliable.
old. But Delaney, did you know that I didn't do this?
Can't wait
Okay.
for this.
I don't even know.
I'm excited to hear whatever comes out of his
There
mouth
was
now.
a doubling up of polos and
the
pop
double
collars.
pop collars.
So you
yeah.
could, so you wear
I'm trying to imagine this, and I can't.
polo
Yeah,
on
Lucas
top
is
of
with me
another
here.
polo.
Yeah, just a polo on top of a polo. It was really stupid.
Okay.
And then
Really
you
stupid.
double pop the collars on it, right? So then you had two collars showing,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
ideally, you do.
But they would pop them up.
Yeah, correct.
It would
like
look
a
so
pop
stupid.
collar.
And same material.
Yeah,
Not
different colors.
Okay.
usually.
Just
Different colors, but same material.
Same material, and then you can wear a long sleeve undershirt underneath that, which is kind of weird. So there was
I used to do that. I used to do the
Dane,
t-shirt
did you?
under the polo.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
did that a lot, and
Wow.
sometimes it'd be long sleeves. That was kind of more. I found myself usually dressing more skatery, kind of dorky, but it was just
I have. I have some photos of me, just
a lot of Vans shoes.
and then belts,
Vans,
right? So we had the
Mhm.
belts that were. It was kind of like a material that wasn't made out of real belt material. It wasn't leather or anything. It was like a fabric belt that would go through a keyring loophole, right? Like a D ring, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you would double the D ring, and then you'd have excess of the belt. So the
Right.
belt would then
They
just
wanted
hang.
it hanging.
Oh,
Then you
wow.
wanted it to just
No.
kind
It
of
was a
hang
whole thing.
down.
We're not saying it was good. We're just saying
Right. Just
that
looking
was,
back on it is
This is
That was a
horribly
thing.
aging us.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on. All right.
Anyway.
so
Perfect.
moving on.
Let's do it.
Moving along, we got Stephen Bissett here. What's he saying, Delaney?
Have you guys had a chance to check out Optimum's Liquid PPF OptiShield? Wondering what you think of it.
Oh.
I have
Anthony,
not.
did you ever
I
get
have
your hands
not,
on it?
I haven't used
No?
it.
Not
Okay,
much.
so not a single person at this table has actually tried it yet.
No.
All right, noted. Well,
Sounds cool, though.
there's still time to try it, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Michael DeBlau here. Anthony, go ahead and take this one.
I've been looking into wheel acid. What is the two-step acid? What is that two-step acid, then immediately adding more pH neutral cleaner on top all about? Dark Fury plus 30F from Superior was what I saw. What's the tiers here? Nothing. I don't think we have anything like that, to be
Yeah.
honest. I've never even used those products, so I to be honest, I can't even chime in. Like, I know what, like, real wheel acid is like.
Yes.
Which I also don't recommend, but
Not to the novice.
I haven't
no.
tried Dark Fury, whatever the heck that is. I haven't tried it, to be honest. Next
Fair
up,
enough. All right, next up, I got Keith Duplessis.
Oh, man.
Making sure everybody knows. He's saying, "What's up, Team TRC
What is
and
up?
DBG?"
Yep.
Keith, what's
Alright.
going
My good
on?
friend.
Good to see ya.
I was gonna say Keith is like besties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Keith work closely together.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ryan, here in the house.
Yeah. So Ryan Rigdon here asking, Dane, what happened to your dad's Jag? Well, when I owned it, the F-Type R, it was a great car. I loved it. I'll admit, something about the way it was, I just loved my XKR
Oh, yeah.
more because it was rear-wheel drive and it felt a little more like wild and crazy. The F-Type was like much more buttoned down because it was all-wheel drive. Even though I love the looks of the F-Type. I think they're
Yeah.
a gorgeous car, very like James Bondy. But problem was, if you recall, somebody backed into it in a parking lot. Later found out that the person who backed into it was inebriated.
Oh, shoot.
The restaurant didn't have cameras in the facing the parking lot. And it was a whole thing.
It's
I basically
unfortunate.
went to dinner, came out, discovered my car smashed.
Shoot.
And it was a whole nightmare of getting it fixed. Anyway, it took almost half a year, if not slightly longer than that, to get the car fixed
Really?
because of just no place around here would touch it. We're very isolated up here in
Oh,
Boise.
with, like,
so it
different
had to
types
go
of
down to
cars.
Salt Lake City
Yeah.
because the car is like an aluminum monocoque. It's
Mm-hmm.
like all these specialty bits and parts. And turns out most of the dealers who deal in luxury stuff here send their stuff down to Salt Lake City anyway because
That's what
the
I've heard.
regular body shops won't touch it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a nightmare getting it fixed. And from that point on, I had been wanting to get back into a manual car. That was something that I really missed from my days of having manual cars. So I said, you know what? Whatever I do, I want my next car to be, like my fun sporty car, to be something that's easier to fix, has parts available, lower running costs,
Yeah.
cheaper insurance, and a manual. And that I want the top to go down, but I still want it to look cool. And then I found the ND2 RF Miata, the hardtop
Yeah.
folding Miata. Freaking love that
Sounds
thing. I
like
got the
the
club.
perfect-
I was kind of going
you
over the
love-
different
yeah.
options, and Anthony was like, go with the club. You won't regret it. Got the BBR package, the Brembos, the BBS,
Oh, awesome.
and the Recaros. The
Yeah.
Recaro seats are amazing. The whole thing is just an amazing package. Highly recommend to that car to anybody, even if you're like, oh, I need more than 180 horsepower to like feel like a man or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. It's so different than what a lot of people expect. And I know people kind of get annoyed at people who say nice things about Miatas, but as somebody who experienced 600 plus horsepower daily in those other cars, roaring V8 and all that, the only thing I really miss is maybe the road presence, look at the Jags,
Yeah.
and the sound. And the sound's a big one, I'll grant you that. But apart from that, the driving experience, Miata blows them out of the water
Yeah.
every day.
And that's more important because sometimes when you do have that high horsepower or big engine, my mom talks about this all the time with her SRT, you can't go anywhere in town. The
Right.
reality is that you are stuck in traffic most of the time.
Shredding
or,
tires everywhere you go.
Yeah, so if you can have factors like having a manual, that'll make it kind of more enjoyable in those situations. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
And admittedly, I chose the RF over the soft top one because aesthetics. I always love the look of like the flying buttresses behind the headrest. I just think it looks cooler. So
Yeah.
and the security of like parking it around with a hard top up. I like that. Nobody can take a knife and like cut open your top. That's also
real.
nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't say enough nice things about it. It truly is just an amazing car if you're in the right headspace for that kind of experience.
Yeah,
And yeah,
that
like
makes sense.
I forget which race driver famously said it, but they're like, if you can't be fast with 200 horsepower, 500, 600 isn't going to fix it.
No,
So
it's not.
it's a big thing. Become a better driver. Anyway, moving along. Yes, we've got. Ooh, what do we have here? David Boyce. Dane, I'd love to see your St. Bernard and you driving around in your Miata del Sol. It is kind of a del Sol roof when you think about it, but actually I have an Alaskan Malamute. That's my big dog. All right. Then I've got Mr. Bounce. Anthony, this one's for you.
Here we go. Anthony, I met you at Mobile Tech this year. It was a pleasure to talk with you after watching you on YouTube for over a year and learning so much from you. I met Sydney as well, and she was super cool. I don't think that this is the compliments guy.
Oh.
It could be.
You're wondering now?
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know because I don't know. There's no picture. There's no name there. But if we met at MT, I'm super happy we was able to meet you. Hang out with you.
That's very nice. Keith Duplessis, no goats, Dane. They'll eat everything. The siding, the fence, everything. You're not ready for goats.
Wow.
Keith, that is excellent advice. I appreciate that. And you're right. My fence that runs the actual property line probably isn't up to the task.
Now, Keith,
I have like a deer fence on the inner wall of the
If there's anything I know about Dane, he doesn't like being told what he can't do. So
normally,
just be careful.
Yeah, but I appreciate Keith's advice. I'm with him on this. I agree with that.
Dane, I know you don't like authority sometimes.
Yeah. I do have a punk streak in me. It's
Oh,
true.
man.
He does.
A little bit. It's not wrong. Robert, I almost said Roberto. Any tips on someone doing a decon for the first time? I just washed my wife. I don't think you just washed your wife. You washed her car, maybe.
His wife's car, yeah.
Let's try that. Yes, your wife's Mini Cooper. That's much better than the other one. Okay, so, Robert, let's take this away. Anthony, what do you have to add to this? Delaney, you feel free to weigh in.
Okay, I'm going to give it to Anthony first.
Okay.
No, Delaney, you knock it out. You're not here often. Let's get your insight.
Okay.
Go for it. What
do it.
are you doing for a decon?
I did a decon wash. I think the only time I've really done a decon wash is actually here on the Q&A, and I didn't have too many problems with it. Mm-hmm. So that's just my honest answer. I guess probably depends on what you're using. I could see how some of the chemicals may feel overwhelming, but I don't remember what I used, but it was a very good experience. So.
Cool. Yeah. So in general, a decon wash, I mean, you're just doing a normal wash, man. I mean, basically, you're upping the pH on a soap. You're buying a dedicated decon soap for the most part, or adding an APC to your existing soap, or just pre-treating the car with an APC. But what I recommend is probably doing a decon on all fronts, right? I mean, so a light fallout remover spray of your choice. Let it dwell on the surface, and then remove some of the grime. Jump in with your decon wash. Foam cannon, hand wash, however you want to do it. Wear gloves, obviously. Wash with the decon soap, foam with the decon soap. Do a good cleaning, and then after that, follow up with a clay. And you can clay with a clay bar. You could clay with just soap if you want to clay with soap. But I just recommend using like the Ultra Clay Scrubber. You're not going to hurt anything with it. And you can go through and scrub to your heart's desire to get rid of all of the rough stuff, and you should be good to go. So don't feel overwhelmed. It's not scary, but don't do it. But be smart about it. Don't do it in direct sunlight, right? You don't want a high pH soap in direct sunlight. I try to do it in a shaded area, cooler day. Take your time. Don't rush it, but just make sure no product's drying on the surface, and that's it. I mean, there's really no major risk there. You're not going to hurt anything. Like if it's a new car, or if you're doing this for the first time, it's not like the trim's gonna get shot from one decon wash, or your headlights are gonna fade or anything. Your car's not gonna fall apart. That's not how it works. A decon wash is something you're doing when needed.
It's not an every wash thing.
If and when needed. Ideally, you're only doing it a few times in the ownership of the car, depending on the environment that you have it in.
It doesn't even have to be every year. Yeah, it can be stretched out.
I literally have cars that I have had coated for almost like 10 years now, 9 years, that literally have never been decon washed.
Yeah.
Because they just don't need it. And
it's fine.
When they need it, they'll need it, but they just don't need it. So.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think you already touched on this, but when it comes to like clay products, you're much safer just going with like the clay towel, the clay scrubbers, the those kinds of clay products that we sell, because if you go with a clay bar, number one, you run the risk of, if you drop it on the ground, that thing's toast.
Right.
You can't use it anymore, or at least you wouldn't want to with the real clay. But with synthetic clay, like the kind used on the towels and the scrubbers, if it gets dirty, it gets stuff on it, you can rinse it off and use it, and it's okay. Also, if you find other clay bars from other manufacturers, you can find they come in different grades of aggression. That's where you start to run into more of those issues that people talk about with, I did some marring or something like that. Generally, you don't run into that unless you're using too much force or you're going with a much more aggressive graded clay. With ours, you're safe.
Yeah.
You really are. Just make sure you watch your lubrication and have fun.
Yep.
Okay, so River Auto Spa here, Delaney.
Hi TRC, love your stuff. Just starting my business. Question, Plastar or Hydroplast Care and why?
What are we thinking?
So, basically what you have is one is going to be water-based, the other is not. You really can go either way. PSS, Plastar Original, is going to give you the most longevity. It's going to be something that's just extremely effective. I'll say that. Not that Hydroplast Care is not effective. It's just, basically something that's water-based, something that's not water-based. Either one. It doesn't matter. I would say pick the one that you think you're going to get the most use out of. I know that a bottle of PSS for me goes a long way. A bottle of Hydroplast Care might go a longer way for you. I would need to look at the dilution because I think Hydroplast Care's dilutions are different for what you need. So, but I don't know. But Plastar goes such a long way that it may even equal itself out. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
I'd say try both. Find out which one you like.
So, once again, not everybody loves these answers, but it comes down to personal preference.
Yeah,
and sometimes people are more in the camp of, I want the water-based thing. I don't want to feel like I'm using more chemicals, even though...
Well, it's dilutability for the water-based stuff, which makes the biggest difference.
Yeah.
And you could change the appearance of something, right, based on dilution. Whereas PSS, you can't dilute it, so you get what you get. Yeah. But I love the way PSS looks out of the bottle.
I do love PSS. PSS is great to use on so many different kinds of surfaces.
Yeah.
All right, then we got Silver Needle here saying, is buying/shipping products a valid concern given the below freezing temperatures in Idaho right now? Won't the cold compromise some chemicals? So Silver Needle, we run into questions like this every single year. Winter rolls around, people are like, my shipment showed up at my doorstep, I live in Minnesota, everything's frozen, including the package I received. And 9 times out of 10, it's fine, but I understand there can be exceptions to every rule. However, I will say, we're really good at taking care of people.
Yeah.
Especially Lucas knows this. Lucas, Mr. Customer Service.
Wow.
When somebody gets a frozen shipment, what's your usual way of handling it?
I mean, honestly, it's kind of a case-by-case scenario. Like, if the product froze and expanded and exploded, I'll get you taken care of. We'll get you a new bottle. But, like, depends on the product. Like, if it's paint gloss and it got frozen, it thaws, you're going to be fine. I'm going to tell you to use the product. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Nothing actually harmful really took place there. I think some people think that because a product goes through the process of changing from like a liquid to a solid, freezing, that kind of thing, it somehow changes the actual chemical makeup of the product.
Yeah.
More often than not, you're not going to see a difference. And if there is some kind of issue, Lucas knows we'll take care of you. So not to worry. All right, Ronnie Ott with some helpful advice here. Dane would generate extra income by opening a petting zoo. That is a thought. I didn't really see myself as a farmer, but I mean, I don't know.
Wouldn't be farming, Dane.
Farming views, maybe.
Huh.
Next interesting.
Up, we've got Wolfsburg says, was detailing a dark leather interior that had some dried on light colored makeup, possible foundation. It wouldn't come off with ADS APC. Didn't want to get too aggressive with it. Any recommendations? What do you think?
Well, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record here. I think I've definitely dealt with a similar situation, and I think Express for me has always worked, definitely safe. And then, sometimes maybe you might have to go in 2 rounds of, a chemical to really get in there. But usually I feel like that shouldn't permanently stain any leather. So my recommendation would be Express.
Also points out it could have been sunscreen.
Sunscreen is tough because I do think sometimes that can kind of bleach some things. So I would probably go more towards the sunscreen than makeup. Makeup usually, I mean, it's on your face, so it shouldn't be staining seats, hopefully.
Yeah.
Sunscreen.
But we
How'd
don't
your face
know,
get
I
there?
guess.
Makeup usually will come out easier.
Yeah.
A sunscreen on darker leather. Basically, what happens with sunscreen is, so sunscreen has built it's UV inhibitors, right? It's basically, think of it like as being you're putting a wax on your skin, right? You're protecting your skin from the harmful UV rays, and what happens is the goal of the sunscreen is to be able to penetrate down into the pores of your skin to be able to protect them, protect your skin. And so leather is skin, literally. Unless it's fake leather, artificial, right? It is skin. So it is porous. It is something that is going to have some layers to it, because you're going to have, even with vinyl, it's a synthetic leather that has been painted, dyed, and then clear coated. Same thing with normal, traditional real leather, right? Same thing. It's dyed and clear coated.
Yeah.
If that penetrates down beyond that clear coat, and it gets down into the skin like it's designed to do, then you could have a light bleaching effect in that area. And so clean it to the best of your ability. If it doesn't come out stuck there, then you do have some options to go over the top, and that's where products like Leather Fresh from Color Lock is extremely popular. Because really, black leather or dark leather is the only time you really see any type of bleaching from sunscreen.
Sure.
So try different cleaners first. You can try a couple different options, and then if that doesn't work, because what you don't want to do is keep cleaning the area, scrubbing, keep brushing it, because eventually, with enough aggression, you could in fact remove that top coat of leather.
Yeah.
And once you remove that top coat on there, then you really are screwed, because now you're dipping down into the base coat of the color itself. So clean it, try it a couple times. If it doesn't work, do not mess with it anymore. Just stop what you're doing. You're just going to make it worse. I'm telling you that as a guy who makes things worse all the time.
Right.
Because I chase perfection, and I get so freaking mad at myself.
Diminishing returns.
I ruin things and then make a
Yeah.
massive, costly mistake for myself. So don't go any further. Buy yourself a bottle of black Leather Fresh from Color Lock, and then what you'll do is just touch up that area, heat gun it, done, move on with your life, and never worry about it again.
Fair enough.
That's the answer.
All right, Joey here. Anthony is looking extra handsome today. Very svelte.
What
This was an
happened?
E after that T there, Joey.
Guys, I don't know what to say. This is so unexpected.
So nice. Wow, these compliments just keep flowing.
Let's just keep it going, right?
All right.
For the rest of the time. 30 minutes left. Let's keep doing it.
Man. Oh, boy. Spiker asking questions. That's a nice spec color combo on the Flex. Do you know if the rear spoiler is a factory option? They had a factory OEM style spoiler that was offered. However, it was not as big as the spoiler I put on this. I got this one from a company called 3D Carbon. It's a little larger, but they use a mold of the original smaller one, and they just extend it out further. So for me, wanting to turn this SUV wagon thing into kind of a big fat hot hatch, I wanted to have a little spoiler on the back that was cool looking, but not too hot.
Well, when Dane had BC coils on this.
I actually had this thing slammed for a while.
And he had it pretty slammed with a front lip that was also pretty good, nice looking.
Yeah.
And I always
splitter.
joked around that he needed to get beadlock with some Hoosiers on it, just like drag radials,
Wow,
and just roll around town.
Making people nervous and confused.
Well, at one time, and Dane hates when I bring this up, Dane had the perfect exhaust on this thing. It was amazing. He literally struck gold.
Perfect for people who don't have to drive it every day.
Dane.
That's a factor.
That's not a factor, Delaney.
Drone is a thing.
No,
let me tell
drone is a first world problem, and I think that it's not that big of a deal. So
Wow.
Dane's exhaust that he had, he struck gold with this local exhaust shop, somehow mocking up and fabbing up a system.
That's the way I like
Again,
it.
for the 3.5, it's a 3.5, right? Or the
It's a
3.0?
3.5 twin turbo.
So
EcoBoost,
3.5,
yeah.
this is a hard car to
It's a
make sound
V6.
good, right?
Oh, they sound terrible.
I have a
No,
3.5,
yeah.
I get it.
Can't do it.
Dane had it to where literally you could hear the turbos just spooling in the exhaust just at idle, right?
cold start, yeah, they'd
And
be
so this
spinning.
thing would just be spinning and spooling. You'd hear this awesome turbo whistle coming from the exhaust. And I said, Dane, this is the best sound, not just a good sounding Flex, but one of the best sounding 6 cylinders I think I've ever heard. And he was just like, yeah, it drones and I'm going to change it.
Because the whole back end vibrated too much. When I'd be driving up to Tamarack, that's 2 hours. It was just like, brrr. And it's like
uphill.
You get a little tired of it. Even though I love the sound. It kind of sounded somebody's going to roll their eyes. It sounded a little like a GTR, like an R35.
Oh, wow. It's a hard problem. It's just a horrible problem to have.
Yeah. Terrible. Anyway, I just put a little itty-bitty muffler on each one of the pipes there and brought it back a little bit. It's still pretty loud compared to stock. It's
not. It sounds like a stock car.
It does not. Stock didn't sound like anything.
George Kidged says, afternoon, everyone. My wife has an F-150 with active X seats, which are quite grabby on the clothes. I'm using P&S Natural Finish to help reduce the friction. Is there anything that lasts longer?
Have you run into this kind of stuff with the Active X material? No. I think that's the recycled plastic seats, isn't it? Yeah, like what I had in my Volvo. It's like made from old bottles or something.
Yeah.
You know what I would use?
Stains really bad.
I would grab a bottle of Swift. I would try Swift. I think Swift is... It can be quickly applied. It can be a little bit slicker. You just don't want it to be like dangerous slippage.
No.
I understand, but
absolutely not.
If you're looking for something that you can use often, while yes, you can top things with natural finish quite often, eventually you are going to start having a buildup.
Yeah.
Swift would reduce probably the amount of buildup by still giving you a little bit of what you're looking for there, and that's it. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Next up, we've got Sawyer Bennett here. Delaney, what's he saying?
I got my cart to the free shipping mark, and then it deleted because I'm in Hawaii. Is that correct?
Ooh.
Dang it.
So, if I recall correctly, Lucas can weigh in on this. Yeah.
So, we can ship to Hawaii. Unfortunately, most liquid chemical, pretty much any liquid chemicals or like anything with lithium-ion batteries, stuff like that, is going to be restricted because they're labeled as dangerous goods to the couriers we work with. So, we unfortunately can't ship those outside the lower 48. But towels, tools, accessories, that kind of stuff, you should be able to purchase those.
One thing I would add, Lucas, though, too, is that we do have other distributors that we sell to. So, like shops and places that definitely carry in the places where we necessarily have a difficult time shipping. Like chemical products, airborne is always a tough thing these days. They're very stringent on it. And if you get a place that's doing it, chances are they're not supposed to.
I do know our Hawaiian distributor is IREP Detail Supply, so you might want to go on their website and see if you can obtain some of the products that way too.
On our website, we do have a list of places that carry our products, so you can check that out, including the United States, including Hawaii and that sort of thing. Yeah. So definitely do check that out on the website. If you haven't looked already, it's under the distributors tab, I believe. All right. Then we've got Preston Grimm? Okay, I'm not. Preston. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Preston Ingram. I got it.
There you got it, yeah.
Whew. All right, question pointed more towards Anthony and Lucas, but open to all of TRC. I know it's not a brand Rag Company offers, but curious if any of y'all have tried any of the Katiba or Yum products. How's the experience, I'm guessing he's going to say? What say you, Anthony? Because I know you did have a chance to look at some stuff.
I don't really have enough experience at either one to really chime in.
I know he came by our booth several times during SEMA, the Yum Cars guy. He was nice.
Yeah.
I have gone up to the products. I've opened the products. I've not personally purchased them, I don't have them here at TRC, and I haven't. How do I say this? I have seen them out in the field, right, in the wild, and I've gone up to them, not at a show or anything like that. And I've sprayed a couple sprays, smelled a couple things. I don't really have any experience with the stuff to chime in and give you actual thoughts. Yeah, I don't really, to be honest. I've heard nice things.
Okay, yeah. But it's all kind of anecdotal. That's the tough part.
I just don't have any first world experience with them. Yeah.
Fair enough. So, anything from your end? Or nope?
No, unfortunately, yeah.
All right. So, next up, I've got Joey here pointing out that Q&A is a huge part of his workday.
That's great.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Ooh, Alpha Tango. Delaney, you got this one.
Hey, folks. TRCMA is so close, and I can taste it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and gals.
Nice. Thanks, Alpha Tango. We appreciate you, and we do look forward to seeing you, too. I had you do it because he's also a Mopar guy, so...
Oh, love that, yeah.
Next up, we got Dan. Dan, I cannot read that comment.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dan. The Buckeye Barbecue. I need a new hose for my pressure washer. What should I get? I'd like to mount my pressure washer and get a hose reel.
I think a good value is the actually a really good value product is probably like the MTM with the gray Cobra Jet, or the gray non-scuff hose, non-mar hose, whatever it's called. I mean, like I could say, yeah, go spend the money and get yourself a Cox reel with an OG blue hose. Just it's really expensive. It's really not that realistic for many people. So a good affordable solution that is not going to just break immediately would be probably like an MTM reel with that gray no scuff hose that they sell. You can get it from a few different suppliers. Other option is if you wanted to and you wanted to go the cheap route, you could in fact buy yourself an Amazon reel. You could buy an Amazon scuffless hose of some sort and try to break something up for yourself. I kind of like poo-pooed that with a lot of people I knew who were trying to do that. I said, don't do that. It's gonna leak. It's gonna be a problem. My dad did that. Like my own father. I told him.
He didn't listen to you.
You need to buy this and you need to buy this. And he's like, yeah, son, I'm just not going to do that. And I go, gotcha. And so he went the cheap route, right? Granted, this setup lives outside. He doesn't even he just covers it during the wintertime and uses it to rinse off like his quad and his trucks.
Okay.
I kid you not, man. He's had that setup on there for I don't know how long now. Doesn't leak.
Yeah.
No issues with it. Works totally fine. And it was a cheap Amazon reel and hose.
Okay.
But he Tefloned the living crap. I mean, I don't know what he did, but he
maintain those seals.
Sealer with Teflon. I mean, enough Teflon tape fixes just about anything.
Like spray Gorilla glue in the seams and then
I wouldn't put
together.
it past him, but it works.
It's never coming off.
And I agree, kind of relating to some different products. Like I know in our shop we use a steamer literally from Amazon, and we've used that for 7 years, and I think it's like maybe $150, but we yank that thing around and it lasts. Obviously there's a few replacements, but it has a good warranty. But whereas sometimes you look at, there are really expensive steamers that a lot of people do use in those big shops, which you can certainly do, but sometimes when you look at the reviews and actually look at stuff, things from Amazon are totally work for what you need it to, and I feel like the same could go for a pressure washer and a hose reel.
It just depends on your needs.
Yeah.
This next one, I think this one's pointed at you. Cara Delevingne? ?
Ooh, that's nice.
Well, that's nice. All right. Then we got Hans Closen. Blink 3 times for help, Lucas. He's just walking over. I don't know if he's going to do it, though. So, next up, we got the Buckeye Barbecue asking, do you have all the covers for the mitt on a stick?
No, we don't have. No, we don't. Sorry, we don't have all the covers. We will have replacement covers very soon, but not all the covers now.
All right, and then I've got Chancellor Self here. Hi, TRC folks. I'm newish to detailing, but feel like I'm ready to learn how to polish. All right, big step. I'm a bit intimidated by the whole process, though. How should I begin my polishing journey? I think, Delaney, you're closer to having learned this than Anthony is, so I'd like to hear like a fresher perspective, and then we can hear from Anthony, and probably Lucas, too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, start with you.
So I would say I'm somewhat newish to polishing as well, certainly like at least 2 years ago. And, my mom was kind of teaching me how to polish, but I think what really changed for me was going to a class and mixing that with a few videos too. I think you just get a completely different perspective on it. I do think it's good to, start polishing, feel it out, but to kind of have, somebody actually teaching you that, I think is important. There's so many different things to learn, like how to test the paint, what polish you should be using, plus the pad. And then, also just different parts of the car. And I think a lot of that, since it is intimidating, can be lost in the process. So, I think starting on a hood or something is always good, maybe your own car, but definitely seeking out some type of formal instruction really, really helped me. And I know that's probably not available in a lot of cases, but I know there is really good video. So I would just say educate yourself, and that should make it less intimidating, hopefully.
Nice.
And then another thing to add also totally depends on the polisher. I started with a Rupes polisher, and that really was good. I tried to, incorporate the Flex, and that's just a little bit stronger, faster, and heavier. So especially for me, the Rupes totally did the job. And then same with speeds, much lower speed. But all of that kind of plays a big factor. So, yeah.
Yeah, so the Rupes is kind of more like a scalpel, whereas your flex use is kind of more like something that's blunt force kind of deal.
Yeah, and the Rupes, I didn't feel like you could really mess anything up too much.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I think is an important thing to add. So if you don't have a polisher already, that would be my recommendation.
Okay. And Lucas, you're over there actually polishing right now. How was your early polishing experience? How did you get over the hump, like starting out, not intimidating yourself?
Dude, I just freaking went in the garage, pulled in the old my first car, started going to town on that hood.
Oh, you didn't hold back then.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You had a black Mustang.
Here's the be fair. I started with a very safe machine in the grand scheme of things. I had like an 8mm cobalt polisher.
Okay.
Like you really can't do anything other than like finish polish and maybe like a light one step. So it's like not a super aggressive polisher. So I guess I got confidence knowing that I wasn't messing up the paint using the machine. And then just kind of go wild from there.
For what it's worth, and I mean this in the nicest way, Lucas didn't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
With polishing that particular car, it couldn't get any worse.
All right, relax now.
It was just all up from there. But
you go back a few years, you'll find it.
That's
on
great
the
insight. And you know what? Chance, again, at the end of the day, go down to the junkyard. Get yourself a hood. Just take a hood off of just an old car at the junkyard.
Practice
Just
panel.
do it.
Yeah.
We tell people this all the time. I don't know how many people actually end up taking the advice and doing it, but you go down there, you get your junkyard hood, you get your machine, you get your pad,
like
you prop it up on a workbench, on a table, on a sawhorse, whatever it is, and you start playing with it, and you start testing out the machine, you start testing out the pad, the polish, and then you take your key and go scratch the crap out of the hood. Put a couple gouges in it, and then say, go remove the scratches. See what happens. And then mask off another area of the hood and go, I'm going to burn through the paint. I'm going to burn through the clear on this part of the hood. And watch how long it takes you to actually burn through clear. Now, it's not going to always be a fast or slow process, but it'll give you a feel of what that actually looks like, feels like, because that's kind of like your worst case scenario. Outside of physically dropping the freaking machine on the hood and having it bounce and skip and dent the roof, the hood, the front windshield, or anything like that, that's the worst thing you could do. Yeah. The next worst thing you could do is probably burn through the clear. That's about it. You're either going to drop the machine and it's going to cause catastrophic dents and scratches, or you are going to burn through the clear. And if you can get past that stage and learn how that works, you're golden. Yeah. You're in the promised land.
It's true. Just don't I think of that kamikaze backing plate. Don't do something where you have a backing plate that's like literally just a spinning saw blade.
Nah, they don't have that's not
a metal blade. That's not really something you're going to run into. You have to like seek that experience out, but I would not recommend that to a beginner. Just throwing that out there. However, everything they said, absolutely true.
It's always worth just damaging a junkyard hood from a car you don't give a crap about, and it's like invigorating.
Yes.
Neil White says, mitt on a stick weighs a little over 2 pounds. If you're struggling with that, then you seriously need to get in the gym. Very true.
Yep.
That's true. 2 pounds is tough. We got other things to worry about.
Yep.
Molasses. I love the mitt on a stick. Vastly superior to a scratchy brush on a stick. I think everybody who's been to a paint and spray type place knows the brush.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Yikes.
Don't touch a scratchy brush.
All right. Next up, I got Eric. Delaney, go ahead, take away with Eric here.
Love mitt on a stick, but covers with buttons can be a pain to quickly change. Maybe TRC wash media with elastic or something easily swap.
So, Eric, in general, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think the snap design is a pretty foolproof design.
It's for security.
Elastic will wear, elastic will stretch. Keep in mind too, you're also washing this in the washing machine. So having a nylon strap with a snap in it is going to be significantly more durable in the long run.
Chemicals break down the elastics too.
Yeah, and it can withstand hundreds of washes. I know what you're saying. I do think that this particular design is meant to. It's not going to be fast. I think I can swap a mitt on a stick cover in about less than 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take that long. And really, you don't have to swap it out too often, right? What you could do is, swapping it out wet is one thing, but like, you should put a new cover on, use it, let it dry, let it air dry, take the cover off, wash it, or take it off immediately after washing, and then throw it in the washer with the rest of your other towels, and then move on with your life. But
I get the idea of like using like a Velcro backing or something like that would appeal, but I think part of the appeal to me of the snaps is you know for sure when it's locked in.
Yeah.
There's no question. You know what a snap feels like, and if it doesn't snap, you know you haven't secured it. Mm-hmm. So to me, that's a little more confidence inspiring than the alternative of having to, well, I hope it did it.
Yeah, especially when you're using it on surfaces that you can't really see. You want to know that it's definitely on
But
there.
I don't want to like knock the idea that you're throwing out there of something else that could work. I just think that there's a reason they went with the snaps, and it's probably not changing anytime soon. However, if enough people said something, then there's always an opportunity.
Yeah.
Joe Belinsky says, you guys sure know how to make a guy feel loved.
Aww. And then I've got Dan here.
And rinseless washing in a heated garage has been perfect in the winter. Bill Hammer touchless is always my first step.
Yeah, love that.
Nice, Dan.
Then Joe, what's Joe saying, Delaney?
Need to soak my snowblower in bead maker. I still have some 3-foot drifts I need to clear.
Ooh,
wow,
right.
that's a great
to it.
idea.
Buckeye, ADS wheel coating on the mower deck. No more scraping needed.
Nice.
Anthony,
look at
didn't
this.
you one time put a coating on your Honda mower?
I did.
How's that holding up, by the way?
Crystal Serum Ultra from G-Technic, CSU.
Yeah, you put you on it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, CSU on my Honda
That's
mower.
hardcore.
Wow.
Thing looks amazing. It's hilarious. Every time I go rinse it off with the hose, and I see the water behavior, I always just laugh because I go like that. This mower shouldn't have that. Like it's too good a water behavior.
He's just out here coating a Honda, you know.
That's awesome.
All right, Alpha Tango, Delaney, you got this one.
Anthony, I'm the same way at car shows. I just smile and try to pretend I don't see the swirl marks everywhere. Better to avoid conflict with strangers.
Yeah. These guys were actually really nice. Like there was nothing, like honestly, I don't even think that, even if I would have told them their cars were bad, I don't even think they would have cared. I think they would have been
they were not the type.
They would have been
care.
like, "Oh, I know, but I still love it." And then I would have felt like just a jerk.
Like they're like, "Well, this is what I can afford."
Yeah,
like we all know what that feels
Yeah.
like. So I wouldn't be putting someone down like that. Like they showed up.
Mm-hmm.
They did something. Maybe they're proud of it. Maybe they're just like, it's what I got. But you know, there's always people who are like dreaming of something more. So a little aspirational. That's cool.
Well, I think that, for example...
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. Yeah, this is going to sound really bad and judgmental, but I'm just going to say it.
Well, the California
Anyways.
Duster comment on the paint there.
If, like, I'm at the car show and I see, like, a kid with a car, let's just say it's a neon SRT4, right? And I see potential in that car.
Those are classics now.
Right? I see potential in the car, but, like, he's just allocated the money incorrectly, right? Like, basically, I look at the car, and he's obviously he wants to be a car guy, and he wants to be proud of it. He's just, like, taking the cheap route on every little thing in order to, like, you know, make it worthy of popping the hood, right?
They said this energy wheel will be cool.
And I see that, and I go, man, it's not that, like, necessarily, it's not that they aren't car people or don't care. They're just not really allocating their money in the right way, because they're wearing it. And I look at them, and they've got, you know, a pair of, you know, Jordans on, and they've got like a Supreme, you know, hoodie on with some type of like Louis satchel, and then they've got some type of like $300 box mod vape that they're walking around with, right? And I go,
always
well,
the vape.
If the hoodie's real, the shoes are real, that bag's real, right? I'm like, that's like $1,500 right there that I would have put towards this, or this. And I think your car would look a lot better, right? But
it's probably not real.
Priorities.
I'm just gonna say
she's just like everything is GH.
She's sitting there, she's like, he's driving an SRT4 and he's repping that kind of stuff. It's not real. I'm like, okay.
Reps everywhere you look.
Yeah.
Okay. California Duster, makes me cringe. Next up,
Joey with the Mini
Creeper.
Creeper. He likes it, and I wouldn't be able to get up. Well,
Ankles
sometimes
go
it
behind your
happens.
head, Joey, for that one, and just scoot around.
Someone tell KCX to make gentle hand soap, please. Hey, there's an idea. I like that, Kieran. Okay.
GHS,
Yeah. And made it before halftime. We are behind in these comments, guys, but I feel like we've been doing a good job answering them thoroughly, so I don't want anybody to feel bad.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great. So, we're popping in. Vince says he's late. Well, he's here now, so that's what matters. Okay,
Yeah,
we
no
got
worries.
Dan's Time of Detailing. Hope everyone is having a great almost Friday, followed by 99 people watching, 22 likes. Let's reverse that. Guys, gotta fix those numbers. Pump up those numbers. They're rookie numbers, son. All right, let's catch up. I'm just going to jump right to the top of the line, and I'll work my way back. Dan. Anthony is starting to sound like Matt Mormon with all this allocating their money the right way.
Sorry,
talk.
but it is true. I'm not trying to sound like him. But I'm just trying to say like that is there's really I don't want to. I mean that's the mature way to say it. I guess I could just say they should. I don't know. Actually, I don't know really how to say that any other way. I was gonna say stop spending their money on janky crap, but that's something that Matt would also say.
Yeah, you're
I
not
don't
getting
know.
better.
Yeah.
Joe, read Joe's comment.
Anthony might be happy with the number of times I've had to use my wipers and washer fluid after the blizzard with all the salt spray on the highway. It's not pure, man. Don't do that.
Oh, buddy.
Not the wipers.
Not the wipers. He
No,
can't stand it if somebody uses the wipers at all.
What?
Oh.
Why are they on the car then?
Delaney,
do
that's a
you
great
do?
question. I don't know why wipers are on a car.
Oh, what?
They look at Dane's windshield.
Well, that has to be caused from something else.
Yeah, that's perma-scraped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but maybe you use them too much.
From neglect and using them too much.
I discovered later there were wiper guards on
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah.
and they just scratched.
Well,
But
sometimes
that-
you don't
Yeah.
realize your
refuse
wipers are
to
too
use
old until
They dug in.
get
That's
you.
real.
Yeah.
That's all
Had
me.
Dane-
Yeah.
I think I pulled them off.
To be
right?
fair, that
I'm the one that I
windshield.
pulled off your.
That windshield is sandblasted to hell anyway, so
Yeah.
it's absolutely at a point where
That windshield haunts my dreams, and for that I don't use windshield wipers. It's not pure, it's not clean, and like go figure. The last time I used windshield wipers, or not the last time, one of the last times I used it was on the Raptor. Right, there was like a dust storm that happened, and there happened like a rock on it, and I went to use it, and it gouged my glass.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
It did, Delaney. I was there.
Eric,
I
wheel
saw
cleaner
it.
smells like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese squash.
Well, I love it all the same.
Pilot smells good too.
Pilot's
Pilot smells
awesome.
good too. True. Hydrofoam is the goat, says Koshemi USA.
It is.
Love that. Ronnie Yacht just ordered the mid on a stick and the pink liquidators.
Ron,
Those pink ones are
you're gonna
really cool.
You're gonna be living the good life, Ron.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh boy, Joey, I haven't had notifications turned on for like 4 years at this point. Life change.
Same. Same.
So you are doing
I
that.
don't have my
Okay,
notifications
interesting.
on now.
Who has notifications on? Do you have notifications on?
Yeah, but then again, it's just like a form of self-torture. I hate it.
Yeah,
and yet I
exactly.
continue to
Oh,
do
I
it.
don't turn on any
It's
notification.
terrible.
I don't even when people are like hit that notification bell. I'm like, I won't.
No, because then it's like a surprise.
won't
Oh,
make
no,
me.
I'm talking about my phone. He's talking about phones, I think.
Like, what type of notifications are we talking
Like,
about?
are you getting alerts when somebody
Like-
texts you
or
you
like
get a
Instagram,
Facebook
like somebody
update?
liked your
Because
post.
Facebook was real sneaky
I
with the
have
way
to
they
get
added
text. I
all the
have to get
things that
text
notify you
notifications
now
if
that
I
have
don't.
nothing
Like,
to
my
do
kids
with
could be,
or
you
your friend
know,
group.
who knows? I have to
But your text messages, totally.
text,
Yeah.
called, but no, like the Instagram.
No,
I don't
none
get
of
any of that. Yeah.
Mr. Bounce, Anthony definitely knows ball recommending Lord of the Rings.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I guess
Going
I
to the
should trust
Shire,
him,
that's
yeah.
right.
Thank you. There's a true Shire experience,
True ball
Delaney,
knowledge.
that'll have to tell you when you're older.
All right.
Macberg. I knew that was going to
That's good
Macberg says, I couldn't afford that Viper Mini Creeper. I've bought in Milwaukee, pack out dolly, and their pack out kneeling pad works great. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know, yeah.
Good call. And then news podcast brought to you by Blockbuster, says Dan's Time of Detailing. Let's see, we've got Jesse agrees. What's he saying? Delaney.
Hey guys, do you think ADS quartz topped with phobic would be better durability than a single layer of the ADS Pro coating?
Oh, man, probably not. I think ADS Pro, a single, I mean, it's too good, man.
Ooh,
It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. Just go with your gut on that one.
Yeah, man.
All right. David Boyce. Wow, this is fun. Delaney, Dane, and Anthony. I think you guys would really love this old television series called Eureka. It came out in 2006. It's funny, romantic, and definitely quirky / nerdtastic. Overall, it's fun.
Nice,
David, I will have you know, I am that nerd. I did watch some Sci-Fi Channel shows. I watched that show when it was new, actually.
Really?
I enjoyed it. It was fun. Yeah. No, it's probably really cheesy now looking back at it, but it was a fun little show. That and like Warehouse 13 and some of these other kind of sci-fi-y kind of shit. Like, I like that kind of stuff, but production value is probably real dated looking now, if I remember correctly. Some of the stuff they did, whoo. All right. But I think Anthony would actually enjoy it. I don't know about Delaney. If you'd enjoy it, it might be kind of lame to you. But there's always those opportunities. Jeff, what's Jeff saying, Anthony?
For the guy using a paint sprayer, they absolutely do, and I don't know what that is in referral to.
Okay, I'm lost in the context. Let's try this one.
Shout out to people who help with curbside pickup over there. They're always doing a great job getting my order ready and are really friendly. They are, man. We have a great team, including Lucas.
Yes, Lucas is among that crew. Make sure you shout out Lucas too. Hey, that rhymed. ADS Tire Cleaner is the GOAT.
Nice,
Yep.
good. Dane,
Fellow
we are
fans.
reaching the end
I
here,
know. We are
so,
right at the tail end of this, so I think I
Bad Man
want to-
Pajama is peak. It is Lucas
True.
vibes for sure.
All right, and one of the last comments I got here, Kosh saying, Lucas running that polisher one-handed is very nonchalant.
That's one way to put it, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm going to round out the comments here because we don't want to push over time. They've been
Yeah.
doing a great job between Seabass and Glenn running the show back there. I want to shout them out. They've done a great job. And you guys, excellent co-hosts. I love being back
Yes.
in the chair. Appreciate all of you, too. So, Lucas, you've done some great work today. Can you tell us a little bit of a rehash of what all you did on the flex?
I'd love to. Rehash. So, boom, wheels and tires, cleaned, dressed, protected. Look pretty freaking good. Paint, clean, protected, looks good. Glass, front windshield polished, coated. And then these front pillars, I think you're going to be pretty stoked about it, Dane. They're looking
I am.
black
Very.
and shiny. They look good. All right.
No. Thank you, Lucas. You did a great job. Flex looks awesome. Delaney, thank you so much for filling in today. It was really fun
Of course,
having you
yeah.
here. Would you like to come back again and do this again?
Of course, yes, I had a great time.
Good.
You know, either I'll wash a car again too, have me at
We won't make you do it every time.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
you got to have a chance to sit at
Yeah.
the table here too. So that's
awesome. I'd love to, yeah. Thanks for
Excellent.
having me. I had
All
a lot
right.
of fun.
good. Oh, thank you. And Anthony, anything before we go here?
No, that's going to wrap it up, everybody. Thank you guys so much
sale, maybe?
for watching. Yeah. Go to theradcompany.com. Buy stuff. Buy all of the things. It's detailing kickoff. 20% off almost everything. It's amazing. Doorbusters, all the good stuff. Sale ends March 5th. Don't miss out. That kind of stuff. So, Dane, that's all I got.
All right.
Take us home.
That felt great. Thank you so much. You guys, you know the deal. You were here live, but if you catch this on the replay, make sure you leave a comment down below. Start a new conversation. Get some Q's and A's happening there. We love to see it. And, of course, if you're not subscribed already to the Rag Company YouTube channel, do so. I promise we're not going to spam you with junk. It's the good stuff. And that's really it. I just hope you have a fantastic weekend, a great Friday leading up to it, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya. Thanks.